How do we sound, Ray?
Y'all sound pretty good. Like, I can hear everything. There's no like drop or anything.
All right.
Whatever. It's good enough.
All right. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, I've been recording this whole time.
Yeah. Hey, that's content.
I hope to God I
Behind this
hard drive
BTS.
space.
That mean y'all gonna have a lot of me shit talking.
And we gotta,
It only took 40 minutes.
All right, we do have a guest.
Yeah.
Our first guest.
I know. And
All right.
all right. For future
For
guests,
the pilot,
this is not the setup that you will be expecting.
Right.
We're not gonna throw you in the back.
I thought that was what we were
Can you
gonna
hear
do.
it? Can you hear it in the background, Ray?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Wait,
I can hear everybody talking.
Wait,
Okay.
say something, Lingo.
I can't hear you.
Yo.
Oh, bet. Okay, cool. We're good.
Ray, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I can
All
hear
right,
everybody.
Bet.
All right.
All right, let's introduce this motherfucker.
I swear to God.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Boku no Cloutcast. It's been, what, a year and a half over
More? Yeah. Two.
since we've made our last appearance.
I blame Ken.
Of course, blaming the black man. But
Hey, man.
we're back, ladies and gentlemen. As you see, we're in a
Let's
new
go.
house. We're in a new house. We got a new backdrop. We've got
The backdrop includes.
Lingo, our boy. He showed up
He's a
for
permanent
episode
fixture
1.
now.
Better backdrop, better audio, better.
I don't know about better audio. Better backdrop, for sure.
Although, back when I was in my room and I had the Goku poster behind me, that was a pretty good backdrop.
It was a good backdrop. It was good. All
That
right.
The sheesh really puts it together.
Oh,
Yeah, it actually does.
No, for real. Like,
But,
you think I'm capping, but I'm not.
All right, so I guess, yeah, reintroduce of everybody. Are you guys using your actual names or your, like, PC names?
I'm using my PC name.
What's your PC name? Wreck the King?
Yes, sir.
Sick ass.
But
Anyways,
as in, like, record, not as in,
recording the king?
Like, yeah, not actually.
He's the cameraman?
You
All right.
wish.
So, obviously,
I'm the
in
main
front
star
of
in
you,
this bit.
you got Kenny M913, as always. You got that boy Dapicated.
Fabricated.
You got Killzone on the left. You're right. And then on Discord, we've got Wreck the King. And then on the guest couch, we got Lingo. What's going on, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen?
yeah. Killzone Inc. YouTube. Come watch our stream.
Watch him stream.
He's not that good.
Yeah, we're not unaffiliated.
Damn.
Hilarious.
We're unaffiliated.
It's hilarious. I'm not that good. But it's
But
funny.
it's funny.
On me.
All right. On me!
Bro, you
All right.
almost have me, bro. I almost spit out my juice.
Hey, yo.
The juice.
So, how has everyone been?
It's good, man. It's good.
Man,
Living La Vida Loca.
I've been sweating these lobbies, my guy.
Oh my God.
These Apex lobbies?
These Apex
Getting
lobbies.
trashed on because you trash.
Ooh.
Genuinely never
Are
played
you
a game of
plat-
Apex
Yes.
in my life.
What
Yes.
plat?
Plat 4.
Plat 4.
I'd beat Plat 1 if it wasn't for a certain someone, we'll say.
Damn.
Just
Hey,
saying.
man, all I'm
Just
saying
saying.
is
I have.
all I'm saying is I
Rubber
got
banded so much.
every team. I got 2 Tyreeks. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no, dude.
Whoa. Use his online name, Golden Gilboa.
My bad. Every 2 teams.
Gilboa.
Wait,
Bow.
what's his online name?
Golden Gilboa.
Golden Gilboa. Or Snake 1937.
Are there numbers?
Wild,
In his
but okay.
Snake one, yeah.
Oh my God! Why would you add numbers to Golden Gilboa? There's
No.
way.
He has Golden Gilboa and then he has Snake 1937.
Oh, that's right. Snake.
Yeah, because Snake's is...
That's his Discord name.
That's his Discord, yeah. So go ahead and
All right, because
dox him.
he couldn't be Snake on Apex, so he went with Golden Gilboa.
Right. Alright.
Golden Gilboa. Is that an actual snake or something?
Yes.
I don't think... Is there a snake called the Golden Gilboa?
I don't know.
I don't know. Y'all got the computers in front of you, right?
Bro, you think we're researching on this podcast?
I asked Tyreek and he said yes.
Damn.
Tyreek, I said, how did you come up with that? And he said, I wanted to be Snake, and Golden Gilboa is a type of snake, and it sounds cool.
Good enough for me. All right.
Works for me.
Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. I don't know who wants to start us. I know Killzone's got a topic. I know Rex got a couple, and I've got my main one. And we're not trying to be here for 5 hours like we used to do.
Let's jump straight into Let's jump into yours.
Into mine?
Yeah, just jump straight into
All right,
it, bro.
cool. Well, this is actually
Because I
good
think that'll
because we.
set. Because mine is also about quality.
Sure. Okay.
I think is
Well, and this is also good because we do have 2 One Piece fans here, and then
Is he a
2.
One Piece fan?
He is.
The goat.
I like One Piece.
Yeah. We
Like,
got
it's
2
a slow
The
start.
goat.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a slow start. That's a very slow start.
So yeah,
But
we
it
got,
gets going. It gets-
we got 2 One Piece fans here.
About 200.
And then we
Yes,
got,
sir.
we got 2 One Piece haters.
One Piece the goat.
Honestly, hey, when did you start liking One Piece?
I started liking One Piece probably at the Baratier when they picked up Sanji.
Damn, so early on, huh?
Damn.
That's not that early.
That is
Like at
episode.
first, I was
That's
like,
pretty
okay, you
far
know, it's
in.
gonna be a typical shonen
That's
kind of
his, like,
thing.
third
You know,
member.
like we got a few
Wasn't that his
laughs,
third
and a
member?
few
Yeah.
fights.
Yeah.
So it was Zoro and then Sanji and then
But it
Nami.
still took him a while to get there.
Yeah.
Maybe not 50. I think it was like 20.
Bro, but you gotta think about like it's.
That's Demon Slayer was 24 episodes.
Bro, Demon Slayer's a new
for the
anime.
entire show.
Come on, bro. You
24
can't even
episodes.
compare Demon Slayer with One Piece, bro.
I'm just saying pacing wise, number of episode count
But
wise,
you-
you should.
yeah.
I will
What
admit,
happened by episode 24?
But also,
of
it's
Dragon
like
Ball Z?
I know, but also you gotta think about the time.
Were they already on Namek?
You gotta think about the time that we're in, bro. People have less attention.
Yeah, because honestly, One Piece started way back in fucking
That's what
1998
I'm
or something
saying.
like that.
You know how long songs were?
yeah, I will
But
admit,
I'm saying, what was Demon Slayer episode 24?
when it comes down to
Fine.
comparing the pacing between old gen and new gen anime,
You can't.
pacing isn't comparable. Now,
Thank you.
I'm comparing it to other old classic anime.
No,
Try
you
none.
brought up,
but
Yu
I
Yu
was gonna
Hakusho.
say you could compare it to Naruto.
yeah.
And 24
Naruto.
episodes into Naruto.
You're right. I'll give you that. I'll
We're
give you
at
that.
tuning
That's why I said
exam.
it's slow. I agree with
Yeah.
y'all.
But
I don't
here-
know why y'all
here's-
argue.
Hakusho was slow? He said Yu Yu Hakusho was slow.
Is that you
No.
say?
Oh, I was
Yeah.
about to say, what?
I'm
Yeah.
comparing
The fucking
Yu Yu Hakusho to
story,
One Piece because Yu Yu Hakusho is older than One Piece.
That is
It's like
true.
Gundam Wing and shit. You know?
Yeah,
But
Gundam
it's
Wing.
not as mainstream,
Gundam Wing.
and there's a reason for that.
You said One Piece is not in his mainstream, or Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yu Yu Hakusho is not as
Yeah, well, I
mainstream.
mean, no, it
there's a
is.
reason
It
for
isn't.
that.
It isn't.
Wait,
Okay. Well,
okay.
before we really dive into it, let's do this. From F being garbage, and then
Ah,
S
right.
being
Damn.
superior.
Right.
Give One Piece the tier. We're gonna start with
S.
Rack.
Rep. Yeah.
Double S,
said S?
Double S.
triple S,
I'm not surprised.
Triple S. He
I'm
said.
not-
quadruple
A
S.
thousand out of
God
100.
damn.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
All right, we're gonna go kill. First of all, Killzone. How many episodes in are you?
What did we end up saying? When did they 400 and
Something. Okay, we'll say 400
The
ish.
Del Rosa arc.
So,
Yeah, Dress Rosa.
Dress Rosa. Yeah.
So
I
that's
finished
what,
the Dress Rosa
400-ish?
arc, and-
is
yeah.
that fair?
I stopped. yeah.
Dress Rosa's, yeah,
I
480.
stopped-
Like
I
it's in the
stopped-
upper 400s. It's not in the lower 400s.
Okay, upper
I
400s.
stopped when they introduced the elephant that is an island that's walking across the ocean. That's what I call
Bro,
it.
spoilers.
Oh, that's after. That's
I know
that's
it's
actually
after.
like
That's the next arc.
five. That's upper fives, maybe six.
Yeah. that's
Wait,
what
with
I
the
said.
elephant? Wasn't the elephant
Yeah.
after? Is the elephant before or after White?
Uh,
I don't want to say the whole
White?
thing. Yeah, White. There's only one
White
person.
beard.
Yeah.
It's after.
I'm not
It's way
concerned about
It's,
spoilers.
okay.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
I'm not
after.
concerned.
Because Whitebeard was before the time skip.
Wasn't
Unless
that?
they went back to him. Or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's after.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
If it's who I'm thinking about, it's way after.
Ray or Rek, you're caught up, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
roughly?
On the anime, not the manga.
But yeah,
I don't-
we're on. By the way, what is it called? Disclaimer. Yeah, we're only ever talking about the anime.
Well,
I'm
Sure,
more Big
but
Mama. I'm like a
we're-
little bit after Big Mama.
We are only ever going to be talking
Nice.
about the anime on this fucking podcast, unless we are talking about completed animes and shows. Then we can bring up the manga, and
That's
that's
for comparison's sake.
and yeah, and then also if we do bring up the manga, it's usually probably just for like power scaling. Really, it's never really for like.
Not to me that way. So.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Oh yeah, see it.
If you want, you feel free to scoot up the couch.
He said,
He's chilling in the back, but
I'm
he's good.
good.
Okay,
That nigga the
so
cool kid in the back.
so
of the
we
bus.
said what, like 500,
500.
upper 500s?
500. We'll call it.
Upper fives, yeah.
What's your ranking?
So.
B. You know what I'm saying? What do you truly give it? F
C.
to S.
C.
C. Okay.
I'd give it C.
Okay.
It is
True.
yeah.
I forgot.
Okay.
But like C minus.
Dedicated.
What?
What's
the
your
rank?
ranking?
I'm good, thanks.
I'll give it. It's not an S for me. It's an A. I'll give it an A.
An A? Okay.
But it's like A plus, A minus, or just A. You don't want to.
I'll say A. I'll say A.
Cool.
And
I can live with that.
I'm watching. Also, where are you dedicated? About how many episodes?
You said Big Mama.
I'm after Big Mama, so they've already
Anyone who's watched the
right
show
before
will know.
Kaido.
Okay. I don't know how many episodes that is, but cool.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
You're
Not
pushing
as far as
9.
I am.
yeah, and I'm like early 200s. I'm like two, not 250, like 225 ish maybe, somewhere around there.
Just finished.
I just finished
and they met
Skypiea.
Frankie.
I met Frankie, so I'm
Nice, yo, Frankie
Usopp
is
has
dope.
fought-
No, Frank. I almost gave up when they introduced Frankie.
Usopp has left. Someone left the Discord, but it's fine.
If it's me, it's not me, bro.
Oh, I think it must be. Your phone is.
It's you. You're gone.
What are you?
I don't know.
What are you
bro.
picking
I
up?
turned it off.
No, it's his Discord. For some reason, his Discord keeps
Kicking him out.
kicking him out. I think I know what it is.
What?
Wait, okay, I'm gonna take this back real quick. Zach, you say you don't like Frankie?
Not really. No. I mean, he's not any worse.
Give me 1 sec.
I guess.
Y'all keep talking.
I really wanted Frankie. I really wanted to like Frankie.
Why?
I wanted him to be cool.
Why don't you like him?
He's
What's
too
not cool?
goddamn goofy.
The whole show's
I
goofy.
It's
know,
supposed
and I
to
wanted
be
one
goofy.
serious dude in the show that I could get behind.
You thought Frankie was gonna be that guy?
I wanted someone to
Frankie
be that
wasn't
guy.
gonna be that guy.
And so I
You
was
saw
like,
his
okay.
The moment you
character.
met Frankie,
Frankie-
the man was goofy.
I know.
All right.
But it was obvious that he was going to be the next Straw Hat. So I was like, okay,
Oh,
we're about
okay,
to meet
okay.
the next
It
Straw
wasn't
Hat.
that
I
obvious.
want-
There was a few
Yes, it
candidates. What you mean?
No, it was obvious. I was like, when the next Straw Hat comes, I really need them. I need them to be serious.
I mean, Zoro's like
Zoro, but he's not really.
Zoro and Robin are serious.
Robin,
But
yeah.
they're, I mean, yeah, they are, but they're used.
Even
so
Nami is
poorly.
kind of serious.
Not really.
Yeah, for real.
Not really. Not really.
All right, goofy person, right? We can all agree.
And no, you're right. As soon as they introduced him, I was like, oh god damn it, another one.
Yeah.
And that's what killed it for me. I could like, and yeah, he's probably the goofiest, right? Brooks is pretty fucking goofy.
Yeah.
But I think Brooks can get away with a lot because he's a fucking skeleton.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like whatever. But when and I guess he's like Frankie's like half robot or whatever. But still, I did not. He's too goofy.
Is Zoro not serious enough for you?
Zoro is the most serious
He
character.
is
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
He for
But
sure
he's
is.
The only thing goofy
underutilized. He's
I-
underutilized.
Oh, that's fair.
He's in the
Wow.
back.
Okay. Hold on. Before we really get into the backcourt.
Right.
Okay.
Your ranking.
So what did you said an A?
Hey.
Okay.
I said C-. And then we got quadruple S.
Quadruple S over there, and then
Yes, sir.
I'm like, so yeah, I've met Frankie. Usopp has left, so I'm around that area. Yeah, I give it a C minus.
Damn.
Yeah, it's definitely a C minus.
Yeah.
And
Wild.
And here's my gripe with One Piece, I guess, and this is just going to be why I'm always going to argue that it's trash, even though I'm giving it a C, which a C's like
She's passing.
C's passing.
She's good.
I will admit
You
when I
get
started,
degrees.
on God, like when I started before I watched it or like really sat down to watch it,
You were thinking F.
I gave it an F. I watched from episode 0 to the very like beginning of the Alabasta arc, and I was like, this is an F. This is awful. And then after watching the Alabasta arc, after watching Skypiea,
And once you approach it
and
with
once
the right mindset.
yeah, once you approach it with a better mindset, it gets up to a C for me. And I don't think it's ever going to get any higher. Before we go on, Ray's already given an S, so that's cool.
He said
What is
quadruple S.
what is an S anime to you?
Naruto.
An anime that can invoke every single emotion for me.
Naruto.
Full Metal Alchemist.
So
Oh, are you
so
are you
Killzone.
naming them or are you giving
We're naming.
qualifications?
No,
Okay.
we're just naming them real quick, just for reference.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
bad.
So
my
Full
bad.
Metal Alchemist is an S.
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter.
I can give you
Hunter
that.
x Hunter is an S.
Naruto.
And then for
I
me,
can give you
Naruto's an
that.
S. Just so that everyone kind of understands where our
What our upper bar is.
what our
What the bar
framework
that
for
we're trying to reach.
Yes, exactly. Okay,
What
cool.
question? On a side note, what would y'all rate?
Haiku gets an S.
Haiku's an S for sure.
Ooh, what about the basketball one?
Kuroko's
Kuroko
basket.
gets an S.
I've never seen
Kuroko's basket
Kuroko
gets
gets an
a.
A.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
A.
An A minus.
A.
for
I'll
me.
give it an A. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
an
I'll
A
give it an
minus. It misses out on the emotional
Damn.
aspect.
Y'all really give Haikyuu that much?
Bro, Haiku's an S.
Haiku is
an S.
low key better than Kuroko, and everybody who
B+.
knows me knows that I will vouch for Kuroko to
No,
the day I
Haiku,
die.
yeah, no, Haiku's better. And Kuroko's fire. Like, don't get you. Kuroko put me back onto sports anime. Like, I had stopped watching sports anime. Kuroko put me
Facts.
back on. Then I watched Haiku, and I was like, oh, this is a step above.
Do you think it's because it's newer, like a recency bias, like, or
No.
like just the fact that it's drawn better? Like it's just got better animation. We can all agree on that
Well,
one.
it's also more of a drama.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It hits the emotional aspects a
Facts.
lot
Kuroko knows
better.
action.
Kuroko is action.
Facts.
Kuroko's like watching. Oh, fuck, what's an anime that's all action?
The
Like
God of High School.
Guts.
yeah, like God of High School,
Yeah.
Gut, like yeah, like it's not a lot of quote unquote story or like character development. It really just is. Hey, we
bust these at
yeah, like we've got a cool fucking anime, we've got a cool sport in basketball, and we're just gonna go crazy with it.
Yeah, show
Which-
the moves.
Yeah, I
all
can
the-
I can
Yeah.
agree with that.
Which is not bad. I mean, I don't hate it. They set out with a goal and
Or
they
like,
fucking did it.
Or like DBZ.
Or DBZ,
Right,
yeah.
DBZ is-
What would y'all
DBZ
rank
is
DBZ?
ankle deep, but an ocean wide.
What would y'all rank DBZ, Dragon Ball Z?
In terms of quality, I give it a B.
Plus.
B minus.
Yeah, I give
B
it a B.
minus.
Wait, is this all Dragon Ball?
The thing that
I'm
saves
all of
Dragon Ball.
All average.
The thing that saves Dragon Ball is its fights. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
But
Goku
all
ain't had no
average.
character development. The only character development in DBZ is fucking Vegeta.
True.
Oh God. Oh God. But I will say, so I guess one thing we have to talk about, which is kind of going, and we talked about this a bit, was what makes a good anime. Let's talk about the criteria real fast. I think an obvious one is animation. I think anyone who says that animation doesn't matter in anime is lying.
Or just visual
Facts.
quality.
Facts.
Yes, it is a visual experience.
Make me
It,
watch.
So
Facts.
it can't be trash.
You're still giving Dragon Ball Z a B? Like, the whole Dragon Ball Z?
All of Dragon Ball.
Including Super?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I genuinely haven't watched Super.
You haven't? Double.
My feelings hurt.
Which-
My feelings
Wait,
hurt.
where do you put Dragon Ball?
Superb.
So you're putting an S?
Yeah.
S tier?
Yes.
What's another S tier for you?
Sunlight.
Or where do you put One Piece?
It's real close to S tier.
Okay, One Piece.
Wow.
Okay, so we got another
We got
One Piece
another
fan.
one in the
Okay,
background.
okay.
Yes,
I ain't gonna lie,
sir.
that shit
Because
is
One
deep,
Piece
like,
is goated.
Sometimes I binge watching my bitch be mad as hell. I'm supposed to be in the studio and I'm watching it.
Watching One Piece. All right, where would you put Naruto?
That's up there too.
S tier, okay. Where would you put Bleach?
Bleach get an A+ for me.
A plus. Okay. So we
I'm not gonna lie. Bleach is S until the last arc.
That's why A+.
Until the last arc. That
I
last arc was.
genuinely couldn't make it past the bounce arc.
You're
Yeah.
trash,
I
bro.
mean, that's fair.
I want you to know I'm all the way caught up on One Piece animation, all 1,030 something episodes, but I couldn't make it past fucking bounce arc Bleach,
To be
bro.
fair, the bounce arc is filler.
Which one's the bounce arc?
Oh,
Bounce-
It's like the second or third arc in
The
there.
what?
The vampires. Or the bounce.
I'm
When they
not caught
introduce
up
the
on
bod
Bleach.
souls.
Oh, was it with that little chick?
Dolls.
The little chick that could just like.
There's a chick and two dudes. One's like a gentleman. One's like kind of like a
The other one's like. Does he have like a
hood.
blonde cut?
no. No, you're talking.
All I know is that like there was these
Oh,
little
yeah.
marbles that had the souls of
Yeah,
some
the
people,
bod
and like
souls.
you would put them in
before the visors.
and objects or some
before the
shit.
visors. It's like immediately after the Soul Society arc.
Soul Society was dope.
Right. Then they introduce the bounce when Ichigo comes back. The bounce are vampires.
All right, if you don't remember, you don't remember.
Okay.
Okay, so we all kind of agree that animation is
Yes, animation quality
Yes.
is
Facts.
a cornerstone, a keystone of anime.
of anime.
Which is why I
I.e.
can't-
Demon
why-
Slayer.
Which is why I have never watched Berserk.
Ooh, Demon Slayer is
Okay, then how
a
do you?
really good example.
Of good, and then Berserk.
Mushoku Tensei is a really good example of it might, especially the first 13 episodes of Jobless Reincarnate. There's nothing really happening, but the animation
It's good enough.
is so good that it carries.
Not only is it so good, it leaves you just
What?
begging for more.
Yeah.
You're like, when
You
he
just
drops
w-
the magics,
Oh,
in episodes like 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
You're like, oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, this looks awesome.
Yeah.
And then you go 3 episodes without any magic.
Yeah.
And you're like, bro, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. No. So okay. So we.
What would y'all rank that?
What y'all get?
B minus.
What A? A.
It creeped me out too much,
A.
man.
It's
What
it's
creeps
an
you
A
out?
minus
He's
for
a
me.
40-year-old dude trying to bang a 15-year-old.
Listen.
And it's his cousin.
Hey man.
Whoa,
different
whoa,
time.
whoa,
It's a
whoa.
different time.
Different
time,
When he was on
bro.
his mama's titties, he was like, yeah, whip them
That
bitches out.
wasn't his mama.
It was, though.
It wasn't his
But
mama.
it was.
But you gotta think about. I mean, that's the mentality though. The man's a 40-year-old dude.
That's his mama, bro.
in a baby's.
I know it's his
Whatever.
mama.
You
Wait,
still.
this dude's trying to fuck his mother?
No,
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 he just
no.
like sucking her titties.
But
Like, that's better. Like, that's better.
listen, you stand
Look.
by Meliodas, so I don't want to hear it. That man needs to be arrested.
I mean,
He needs to be put in jail.
Yeah,
I think, no, look, all
Facts.
things are in degrees.
that nigga,
Right.
that nigga was
All
eyeballing
things
her
are in
since she was
degrees.
4 years old, bro.
Yes, Meliodas is wrong, but he ain't as wrong
Nah.
as that man from.
Nah.
Wait, time
That's
out,
cap.
pause. Meliodas
That's cap.
ain't that wrong because
Stop that.
Elizabeth keeps on getting reincarnated,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't care.
She's still
Meliodas
15,
Meliodas
he's
is a villain.
Yeah, he's.
What are
still
we even
sexual.
talking about here?
He's still.
And main characters that are villains.
He gropes her.
Nah, bro.
Meliodas be handling that woman.
Bro.
Hey, my favorite character's a villain. What you mean?
And seeing who's worse, Meliodas, 100%.
Nah.
Oh yeah,
100%.
1,000%.
Because I mean,
Like, okay, Meliodas' actions are worse. Yes.
okay.
But the whole 40-year-old man wanting to fuck his 14-year-old niece or cousin,
Man, it's Japan.
But he
It's
said he was
different
gonna do
culture.
that.
it makes me
no,
feel worse.
no. Okay. Let me break
And
it
then
down
he
for you right quick.
does. And that
Let me break
that's
it down.
really
Wait,
what
wait.
drops it a whole level.
Wait, who does he fuck?
He fucks the
The
redhead
redhead.
chick.
Who is his cousin?
Yeah, what
His cousin.
what is
And
her
is
name?
15 or
Whatever her name
14.
is.
Oh, that's right.
Wait, so
But
is this 40-year-old dude in a different body?
He's a
I haven't seen this
40-year-old.
anime.
He's a
He's
40-year-old.
he's a
in
40-year-old who
body.
was reincarnated as a child.
That's still right.
So he grows up, and when he
That's
hits
reverse
like what
rating.
13,
Yeah, he's like.
Wait,
13,
he's like 13
14.
and she's like 14, 15.
I might be remembering wrong, but like
like it.
the first time,
it
like
just
it
makes
didn't
me
happen,
feel
right?
grody.
Like then was it multiple times that they tried? Like the first time, I don't think they actually did it. Like she pushed him off, right?
Yeah, the first
Yes,
time
he-
she pushed.
He touched her several times.
Yeah, no, she.
Everybody was raping.
Yeah.
He raped. Oh, he raped. he pushes her off. Or she pushes him off a couple times,
And
then
then she tells
eventually
him
at the end
it's
of like
not gonna
season.
happen until something.
Yeah, and then I think at the end of season one,
Yeah, it's like the last.
the
so
very
last
end of
episode.
season one, they finally have sex.
I did.
And then
And
she
she
leaves.
leaves him.
Yeah, crazy, right? Isn't that
He's all in
something?
his-
Anyways, that's
I'm not a
different-
fan
I
of
would
this
offend
show
it.
already.
No,
Like, just
you're
based
gonna
on
love
the
it. Stop
description,
it.
I ain't
Stop
seen
it.
it, but I don't want to
You're
watch
gonna
it.
love
It's
it.
actually kind of good. I'm
No,
not
it's
gonna lie.
actually
But it's
fine.
not.
It had,
But
no,
my
bro.
point, but the rest of the show doesn't offer that much.
It doesn't offer that. I don't know. I feel like once they go to the next country,
The continent where they're fighting demons.
yeah, like I feel like I'm not gonna say it's the best,
Right.
But it
It's-
definitely
That's why I
up.
said it's a solid B.
it's solid. I mean, no, I'm not mad at the B. I'm not mad at the B.
I'm
but
giving it a-
And
but
then
the reason we
the
brought it up
whole
was to talk about.
incesty age stuff brings it down.
You support Meliodas. I'm not holding it.
That's why it only brought it down to a B minus.
Oh,
Meliodas is goaded.
Stop that, Meliodas.
Bro,
is a
you
villain.
know the one I will say one really cringy part
Of
that Mushoku Tensei
What's
whatever
Let's hear it.
was when they first linked when he first linked up with his cousin or whatever,
Uh-huh.
the redhead princess whatever, and they had just finished like sword. It was like after a sword fight or something, and she was mad, so she went to like this barn with the hay, and then he looked at and she looked like she was asleep. You know, it's
And
like,
he creeps up on her while she's sleeping.
Hey, listen, man.
hey man, look,
On
I
more
said
than
it. I
one
agree.
occasion.
I agree. I was like, yo,
He
that
hikes
part.
the skirt up.
Yeah,
and it's like,
he
Hey,
was
"Hey,
like,
what-
damn.
wait.
When she's
Ken,
12.
is this the anime that you put me on?
Yes, I showed you like
Bro,
a couple of the fight
It's
scenes.
actually kind of
It's fine though.
Yeah, okay,
You
I
gotta
have
give it a-
seen this. I
Yeah,
have.
you
I mean,
gotta
the
give
action
it a
scenes
shot.
are probably the best of any modern.
Oh yeah, no,
anime.
they're really solid.
Like when they get kidnapped and he fights
Oh,
the people and then
wow.
the homegirl shows up.
in the alleyway.
Yeah.
No,
That
that
is
fight.
Yeah, no, that alleyway
Oh,
fight scene was
You
dope.
showed me that scene and it hooked me.
No, yeah, right,
And it's
right.
like-
No, it's good.
And that's not the only one, but
Yeah.
it's the one that comes to mind.
Oh yeah, but
That's
yeah.
a
So that being
solid
said, so yes,
scene.
animation is obviously a cornerstone of anime.
Anime. It's in the name.
What's
It's in the
what's another one?
Another one has to be invoking emotion. Like whether it be hate,
Okay.
happiness,
See,
disgust.
I don't know if I
like,
want to give you that.
No,
I don't know if I want to give
because
you that.
If it's paper
Bro,
thin,
that's the cornerstone of entertainment. Entertainment is supposed to draw out emotion.
but it can't be cheap.
Yes.
It can't be
So-
cheap. It has to be well.
Well,
So, and
obviously, you can't have like that's why we don't like cheaper shows versus like shows
No,
that
I'm not-
actually put work in and
But here's
make you
the
feel
thing.
shit.
One
Here's the
Piece is
problem. One Piece is cheap.
One Piece is all
One Piece
pure
is cheap
emotional
emotion.
manipulation.
Yes.
Only for the fact
Whoa.
to
One Piece is an abusive
Just
boyfriend
because
and
y'all fucking
manipulation.
ancient and ain't got emotions no more doesn't mean that it's cheap.
See, and this is why earlier when we were on the phone and I said that my hero is just One Piece Junior,
Yep.
it's because they do the
They do
exact
the
same thing.
and it's the only point of
they-
the show.
yeah.
It's the only point
They
of the show.
tell you to feel things rather than allowing
Let
you
you
to
feel
feel
them.
things.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm gonna bring this back again, and you're all gonna hate me, sure, but the fact that no one gets injured or dies in One Piece makes everything that happens in One Piece not matter. And if you feel emotion from that, it is because you're being manipulated to feel it.
Okay, so let me break this down for you. One, Oda gets attached to his characters,
Listen,
so
that's
he cannot kill
Sure.
them off.
okay, fair. Doesn't make it good.
Two, he puts them in these situations to where it invokes emotion. Like, bro, you
Why?
got people fighting impossible odds.
But you
One of the
know it
reasons we
doesn't
love
matter.
anime in general,
you-
and he
the-
puts them
the
in
odds
these
aren't
impossible odds, and they pull it out.
Sure, but after the third time he does that, and you know no one's going to get injured or die,
they're gonna
what
win.
does it matter? Because you know.
I mean, that's why the greatest moment in One Piece is when Ace dies.
Exactly.
That's the greatest
That is
moment
not
in
the
the entire
greatest
show.
moment.
It
The
is.
fuck
I'm not
are you
gonna lie.
talking
I'm not
about?
gonna lie. It is.
It was for me.
It's the
And
only
I'm
time
like,
that
what?
it's the
It
only
clips?
time that anyone would actually feel genuine emotion. Let me
Yeah, because you
again.
didn't expect it.
I need you. I need
knew Ace
since,
was getting
since
away.
We, since
and
we're only
he's
talking
dead.
about for me right now, I need you to try to remember back. So rewind your brain.
800 episodes.
Yeah, rewind 800. I know it's going to be difficult, but rewind back to let's go to Skypiea arc. Rewind back
I'm there.
when Enru was going to kill anyone. What emotion did you really feel when he zapped Zoro and Sanji and Usopp? Did you care? Were you like, oh my god, are they gonna
dead?
make it? No, you knew they were gonna get up 3 episodes later,
I wonder
which
how
they
they're gonna get out of
did.
this pickle.
Right? Sanji took like 200 million votes to the dome piece and then got up. What
Hey,
emotion
he's
are
just
you?
that nigga.
Sure, but what emotion are you when it happens? What emotion are you really feeling?
I'm feeling, oh fuck, I don't know if he gonna get up from this one.
But don't you know that? Come on, that's what I'm saying. Don't you know that? You know he's gonna
Like-
get up.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do when you're watching One Piece. I
Okay.
want you to turn off your brain. I want you to get lost in the story and
isn't that a
entertainment that is being provided.
But don't you understand that is what we're talking about when we say cheap emotions? Because you don't even have to. You have to dumb yourself down to enjoy that. Example: Naruto. When Asuma dies, Asuma. Let's be real. Asuma wasn't even a character really. You see him once or twice
Yeah,
in the
he's
beginning.
around.
Then
He's around.
during that entire fight there against Hidan,
I
and
felt
he
something.
starts losing, you're like, hold on,
Yeah.
wait a second. And then when he burns himself,
Bro.
you're just kind of like, wait. And then when Shikamaru fails to save him,
Mm-hmm.
you're like, hold the fuck up. Shikamaru, get your ass over there.
Yeah.
And then he coughs up blood and passes out, and you're just like,
Yeah.
is this, are you dead ass?
Yeah. Like,
Okay, but
Asuma's
you've seen
death-
Naruto.
Asuma's
You've
death
seen
struck
Naruto
me.
take some of the most
No, you're right.
unadulterated damage
You are
and get
you're-
back up.
You're 1,000% right. That's why.
Wait, on
you-
what? On what?
I mean, he has tanked some bullshit.
He's saying Naruto characters have tanked.
Yeah, Naruto characters.
Not as much as One Piece.
Yeah,
though.
nowhere
Not as
near.
much.
Bro.
One Piece is on a different level.
Bro, you can't even compare that.
But my
No,
point,
but I'm saying the two principles are the same thing. Where it's like you know
my
they're gonna
point,
get up.
No,
right?
but my
Like,
point
you know,
is the side character. I'm not even saying no one in the Straw Hat needs to die. I don't care about that.
Right.
I'm talking about the side characters.
Every character that gets introduced in the new arc, at least one of them needs to die.
Right. Because again, when you're watching Asuma fight Hidan, you're sitting there going, "Holy shit, he might die here. Can he clutch this? He can't. Fuck." When you're watching Jiraiya fight all the pains, holy shit, can he die here? He can't. Hell, go back to Zabuza and Haku. you're watching them and you're like, I like Haku.
And you like
Zabuza's kind of cool.
both the characters. Yeah.
And then he turns good and you're like, sweet, Zabuza not on our side, and then he dies. And you're like, wait. You see what I'm saying? There has to be a threat to even the side characters.
Not only that, but the development.
Right.
I mean, all that Zabuza development took place in like 3 episodes.
And then
it was good.
And then dead.
And then dead.
Honestly,
It was good.
I can agree because if you bring up like let's bring up Demon Slayer again.
Okay.
Like, bro, I did not expect what's the Flame Hashira?
Fire guy.
Yes!
Bro, that
When he Rengoku? Bro, I'm sitting here like, alright, Rengoku, it's time to clutch up, bro. Go ahead and unlock the inner gates. And then he died, and I was like, nah, my nigga, get up.
bro,
Get up.
bro, and he was doing so good.
No, that
too.
shit hurt. That
And
shit hurt.
then who was the newest Hashira that we're introduced to?
The sound of the
I haven't gotten that far.
Okay, he hasn't got.
His name is Uzui.
But during his entire fight, I'm now sitting here going, they killed off Rengoku. He's not safe.
No
This
one
entire
is.
fight while he is fighting, obviously Tanjiro's safe. Obviously
Well, yeah.
Zenitsu's safe.
Right.
Obviously Inosuke's safe.
That's
We don't
fine.
care about those
That's
three.
fine.
That's fine, whatever. I'm looking at my boy. I like him. He's got 3 wives. He's a pimp. I want him to make it out of this. But I'm watching and I'm like, yo, nah, he's coughing up a little too much blood for comfort right now. He's fighting his heart out. He could die here. You never get that in One Piece. And that's why I call
you
it-
want
it's
stakes.
cheap. Yes, that's why
Yes.
it's cheap.
Yes.
Like,
That's
I'll
really
admit-
cheap. Because imagine if you go to play poker and
Right.
they give you $100,000 in chips, and you're like, oh man, y'all just give me $100,000.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, they're just chips. And then you're like, oh.
All
then-
in.
then- yeah, exactly. And then it means nothing to you.
In fact.
Now, say you go in with $100,000 of a money that you took from a loan shark who's
Yeah.
going to rip your guts
He's
out.
gonna break your kneecaps.
Yeah. Now, when you lose that $100,000,
Mm-hmm.
how do you which has more emotional impact? Right, the
That's
$100,000 where the guy's gonna rip your guts out, or the $100,000 that's just plastic money that nobody
Yeah.
gives a
That's
shit
why. That's why
I will
I
concede. I will concede.
Okay. That's why I agree. I agree with them. I think
Yeah.
Ace, that whole Ace and Whitebeard arc is like
It's
it's
probably the best.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm
it
not
is.
saying that's not a great one of the top arcs in One Piece.
I
I'm
think
just
it's
saying
the
that's not
best.
the greatest moment in One Piece to me.
Right.
Sure.
Well, what's your greatest moment?
Swear to God.
It's a tie between when Robin says she wants to live.
Okay. I swear to God, if you say it. I swear to God.
I'm waiting.
I swear to God,
Right,
if you
and
say
the other
it.
one?
And when
Don't you say it.
when Luffy takes out what's his name, Doflamingo, and hits
okay.
Gear Force.
Okay.
Oh,
Those
what?
are top.
Okay.
Gear
those are the
4,
top-
Bubble Man,
Okay.
or whatever it's called.
Yes.
Okay.
Monkey, yeah.
Whew, I thought you were about to say when Zoro takes Luffy's pain.
Yeah.
I was about to go ape
Hates
shit.
that.
Ah! I haven't even seen it yet, but I
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
I'm waiting.
It's not great.
I'm waiting
It's not
for
great.
it.
It's not that I don't like that moment. It's just that
cheap.
I don't put that as top tier. I
But a
don't
lot
put
of,
that as
a lot of
like-
people do
like-
though.
A lot of people will put it as cheap or top
Yeah,
tier,
it's
and it
top
is
tier.
cheap. So back to the criteria. So I think invoking emotion is important, yes, but I think it has to be done properly.
organically.
Organically, that's a better word.
Organically.
Yeah, organically. Because another anime that I
Manufacturers.
think about is My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Nothing
All
in My Hero Academia matters. And they force you to care about certain things. Like, I mean, I bring it up every time, but fucking the Speed Boy, Ida,
yeah.
his whole brother almost dies. He goes rogue for an
I think he's
episode.
paralyzed. I think he's permanently
Yeah.
paralyzed.
He goes rogue for like
An
4
episode.
episodes.
No, I think it's an episode. Maybe
Yeah,
2.
yeah. And like after that he
No
goes
consequence.
right
right
back
back.
to the
Being
original.
the exact same way.
And
he
it's
was.
like, why should I watch this and feel something when
The
everything's
show,
just
the
gonna
show
be
itself is gonna ignore it.
yeah, it's just gonna undo everything in the end.
And like it didn't happen.
And that's why
Like it comes back. They make callbacks.
Right.
Right. Like when they go to rescue Blasty Boy.
right, Bakugo, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then Ito's like, oh,
Blasty
we
Boy.
did this before and things went wrong.
Right.
We need to do it again. We need to do
Right.
it differently.
Right.
But then they still go and rescue
Yeah.
him. And so it's like,
Yeah.
y'all tried.
Yeah.
Y'all really tried. Like, you put in 10% of the effort.
Yeah.
To make a difference.
But I will admit that Bakugo rescue
Okay,
rescue
let me
was
ask
fire.
y'all a question.
Was
Besi-
fire.
Like I got y'all's Naruto's examples, but give me like an example that isn't technically big 3,
Okay.
that like invokes emotion.
Have you ever seen Trigun?
Trigon, no.
I was gonna say Trigun.
It's old, but it's really it's got a lot of emotional moments.
Okay, here. I was gonna.
Bleach.
Well, he said not big three.
Oh yeah.
So Fairy Tale.
Ew.
Okay. Oh yeah, Fairy Tale.
One of my favorite scenes in Fairy Tale is the scene where they're doing their test to become S-rank wizards, and Natsu has to go up against
Gildarts.
Huh?
Gildarts.
Yeah, he goes up against Gildarts, and no one's dying, no one's threatened, but all Gildart does is he says, Natsu, get past me.
Yeah.
And he releases like all his aura and all his magic, and Natsu falls to his knees and says, I give up. An anime MC tapped out. And I mean, he's in tears and he's just like, I can't do it.
And this came right after he manages to push him back a step.
Right.
Right? Because that moment,
yes.
I thought that's where you were going.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
That's another good moment, too.
When he goes ham on him,
Yeah.
knocks him back, and then Natsu starts like laughing and losing his shit, and Gildart's like, bro, you didn't even put a scratch on me.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but I pushed you back a step.
Yeah.
That was a great moment for me. And then they immediately followed it up with when he's like, yeah, I'm done.
I can't do
He's
it.
like, I just gave you everything I did. I achieved what I wanted. Like, I achieved something for me.
But I can't do it.
But you're asking too much.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's just a moment of like despair. Like the audience is just, or even another good moment is
what we got back here.
I know, right? Another good moment is in Haiku during the final fight against I can never remember the school's name, but the first school they go, or the first not the first school, but the I know the.
Are you talking about the purple niggas that?
Yes.
Oh
yeah. Okay, I'm with you.
Yes, and during that final rally,
shit.
when that fucking 6'10" brolic ass nigga, and he like in Hinata's head, he has them pushed to the ground. Yeah, he has them pushed to the ground, and they're like fighting to get up, and they can't. And I'm like,
guy comes in.
Yeah, bro, that right there. I mean, because it's like, fam. Everyone knows that feeling of despair of just like, this person's better than me. I cannot beat this guy.
Being lifted by a team.
And then your team comes in to lift you. Like, come on, like that right there. That's ooh, man, y'all gonna get me hype in this motherfucker. That shit right there gets me like, ooh. But
So you wouldn't say that those moments are forced?
No, they're not forced because
they're so organic.
Yeah, they're not forced because one, they have consequences to them, and two,
there's build up.
There's build up, and they're about the character. Like, the character has stakes involved. Nothing like Luffy does really has stakes involved. Right? Like,
they're gonna win.
They're going to, yeah, like
he's gonna survive.
You're taking a stretch right there. You're taking a stretch right there.
They're gonna achieve whatever goal they're setting. Maybe not right now.
Because like, let's just take it back to Alabasta, right?
Okay.
If Luffy doesn't achieve what he wants to achieve, and take out Crocodile, then Crocodile gets the poneglyph that gives him the ancient weapon, and
but was it ever in doubt?
Except one, the poneglyph wasn't there.
Oh yeah, and
ended up finding Robin was gonna lie about it the whole time. Was
gonna stop him,
and Robin, and you also realized that they had to go to Skypiea to get like the rest of it or some shit, which they don't even get, right? But even let's talk about that. So one, there's the scene where Crocodile,
all I'm saying is that there are consequences of Luffy not achieving said goal. That's my point.
Sure, the show writes in a consequence, but that consequence.
They tell you the consequence.
But
this is what's gonna happen.
I'm not.
If you lose.
Whoa! Time out. I don't need y'all taking what I'm saying out of context. I'm saying my question there is, are there not stakes in One Piece in the sense that if Luffy or the main character doesn't achieve said goal, do things not go bad? Obviously in Haiku, if the team doesn't come through and help out Itadori and lift them up under the squishing hands or whatever, then they lose the game, right?
You're all right.
That's
I guess the problem.
I'm saying One Piece also has consequences.
The problem in anime is that if you have a consequence, if the only consequence you have is based on the main character, that's bad because we all know the main character is going to win, right? So the consequence.
Okay, I can live with that. No, that's cool.
Yeah, so the emotional aspect in Haiku isn't are they going to win the game, because they need to win the game so that they can go to the next tournament.
But they lose.
They lose the first tournament, but it wasn't like they had more to come, right? So you can go, well, you know they're gonna win this game. They have to, but it is the how they win it, and it feels more earned than it does in One Piece. Because again, like when Crocodile dehydrates Luffy, all he does is take a swig of water, and he's back in fighting shape.
Bro, he didn't even take a swig. That shit landed on him.
Yeah, and it's like, and that
shit
that
landed on him
doesn't
and
feel
immediately.
that just doesn't feel as earned as like having to fight through like.
And I don't think it's supposed to. I
Right.
think that's the point.
Well,
of
yeah,
One Piece.
and yeah,
and that's
yeah.
fine. But you can't then sit there and say that
It's-
One Piece is the greatest.
Yeah, I guess, and that's
source of
also where
writing,
my issue is.
greatest example
I'm
of
gonna
writing
take
ever
more
made.
issue of someone saying it's the best anime out there
Versus it's
over
good,
someone
or
just
I
saying it's
enjoy
okay or like I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because you can enjoy. I enjoy One Piece. I'm not gonna hold you.
They're
They're funny.
dumb anime that I like.
Yeah, I die laughing.
Guilty
watching
pleasures
One
are a
Piece.
thing.
Yeah, I die watching. I die laughing watching
Guilty
One Piece.
pleasures are a thing.
Yeah, like I die
Nothing wrong
laughing,
with that.
but it's
But it's when
just,
you're like, this is
Yeah.
One Piece is better than Naruto.
Or
One
let me
Piece
tell
is
you-
better than.
Let me tell you,
this.
actually, one of my favorite moments of One Piece right now.
Yeah,
Usopp
tell me.
Usopp versus Luffy, I think, was a great fight. It's a good fight.
This just happened.
It's a good fight because at first I thought it was stupid, but Usopp shoots Luffy with a bunch of rotten eggs, and I'm like, ugh, great, we're back to this stupid shit. And then you later found out the reason he did that was so that he could spread gas everywhere, so that Luffy wouldn't notice through the smell. And I was like, oh, that's actually really good. And then he ignites all that gas and creates like a huge firestorm, which, by the way, why the fuck hasn't he done that against anyone else? Because I can name 15 times that would have been hella useful, but whatever.
Understandable.
So he does that, and I'm like, oh shit, now this nigga Usopp actually kind of raw. And then Luffy gets up and one taps him. I'm like, you see, like, you gave me so much. I was really rooting for Usopp for a second,
Immediately took it all away.
and then you just,
Psych! It was a joke.
yeah,
It was
and
a
I-
joke.
and
I thought.
I mean, like, we
That-
both know, like, Usopp wasn't going to win that fight. Like, we
Sure.
all know Usopp wasn't going to win that
Sure.
fight.
but it's
Make
like
him earn it.
Was it too soon?
Make him earn it.
Yeah.
Right. Like even Uraraka versus
Bakugo.
Bakugo. As much as you want to say that Bakugo is always going to win that fight,
Right.
she has no chances. She has no business
Right.
winning that fight or doing well. The way they wrote it,
Yeah.
it was still good.
Yeah.
She still put in.
She put into work.
She put in work.
She did an amazing attack.
Right. She was never going to win.
Right.
But that's okay because he is just busted.
Yeah.
And
Same
he's
thing with
nuts.
Neji versus Hinata. Hinata fought her heart out.
It was great.
It was enjoyable to
So,
watch.
No one-
so why can't we say that about One Piece fights?
Because it's always played as a joke.
It's always a joke, man.
There's
like
it's never serious.
because here's the difference. When Uraraka and when Hinata, right? In both those instances, you go into the fight knowing in your heart of hearts that they ain't gonna win.
Right.
But there's always a moment.
There's a split second.
There is a moment where you're like, oh shit,
Maybe.
they might.
This is back
Maybe.
to
There's a
Alabasta again.
maybe.
We know that Luffy is going to win, right?
Yes. There was never a moment where I said he won't.
Yeah. There's never a maybe.
Like
But
look at
yeah,
every
never
look at
made.
every
Crocodile definitely had 2 or 3 victories over Luffy before Luffy finally put him down.
But then the problem is you know that One Piece is always gonna play it off as a joke. Or you know that it's not gonna be earned. So example, let's take every individual fight in the Alabasta arc. So first we got Usopp and Chopper versus number
The mole
4
woman and the baseball nigga.
Yes. Can we talk? I hate to be that guy who tries to talk about the numbers in anime, but that dude was carrying a 4-ton bat and hit Usopp in the face twice at full swing. I don't even want to calculate the numbers on that.
Yeah,
And
velocity,
Usopp
yeah. It doesn't matter at that point.
And Usopp got up and beat them. That's not, bro. Come on,
not
any damage that now Usopp ever takes in the future, I don't even care.
that right there is the definition.
Hey, he was
of-
running with a full body cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But
for
that
real,
right there is
though.
the definition of manipulation.
Yeah.
They're throwing things at you because they know that in your brain you're gonna say, "Oh shit, he's dead."
Yeah.
But then then he's gonna get up and act like it didn't happen.
Or
that's why it's
let's
cheap.
take the Zoro versus I think number 1 fight.
About 22,000
Yeah.
pounds.
But no, that's Jesus.
The 10
But no, but even
kilogram
the
drop.
dude who could like turn his body hard
Oh,
or
okay.
into like
Yeah,
steel
no, I know
whatever.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, Zoro gets his ass handed to him for 95% of the fight. And then he gets up and goes, "Oh, I just figured out how to cut through steel." And then he cuts the guy once and wins the fight and walks off. Bro, how is that good for you people?
Just say how. Just how.
How does that get you hard?
Where?
It's because the how he does it. So like Zoro has to take the next step in his swordsmanship.
That's fine.
In order to cut steel.
Yeah,
But
that's
still,
fine. But why
you
end
have
the
an
fight in
opponent
one hit?
that's made of steel who is straight whooping his ass.
And
you
then-
see Naruto get his ass straight
And then
whooped
something
pull
clicks and he
shit
just
out.
wins.
But but Naruto never one-shots any of those people.
And he also doesn't, and something doesn't just click for Naruto, right? Nothing has ever just clicked. Like literally,
What?
Zoro literally gets up and goes, "Oh, I get it now," and beats the guy.
Because he was taught that way back when.
I mean, that's fine. But again, like Ken's saying.
Wait, what do you
can't
mean he was
just
taught
hit the
that
dirt,
way back when?
Have
What?
a flashback.
Because like that
Teacher, his
like,
sensei was trying to teach him how to cut through steel forever ago.
Yeah.
When he was
Yeah,
teaching
because,
them
like,
that you could.
this man had a
yeah.
whole
He has
flashback. This man had a
and
whole
he's
half an
like,
episode
It makes
for
sense what he's saying
flashback.
now. Gets up and then cuts through steel.
That just I don't know how that feels earned.
I still think it was too quick. It's too quick of a turnaround.
yes, man.
Right, because, alright, here's an example from Naruto, right? Pain is whooping Naruto's ass, right? Naruto's putting up a fight, but let's be honest, Naruto was losing, right? Hinata gets dropped, Naruto goes into, Nine Tails mode, and is losing it, right? And sure,
Yeah.
before he goes into Nine Tails, he's losing. When he comes out, he's winning. But what happens between those two events? He meets his dad, and has a whole ass argument with his dad, who he's never even really known existed. He didn't even know that the fourth was really his dad.
See,
until that point.
see,
and then he meets him, and then he has a whole ass conversation, has an entire epiphany, emotional revolution, and then comes out and starts fighting Pain and wins the fight. But there's more to it than that, but still, right? With fucking Zoro, he hits the dirt.
Yeah.
And then stands up
Yeah.
and wins.
After by the way, after a bridge falls on him.
Facts. And
Right?
and
we can see the difference there, right? And even when Naruto won, he still had to earn it, right? Pain didn't just fall over. Naruto didn't win in the next hit.
Yeah.
Naruto had to do this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then track the motherfucker down and talk no jutsu.
I think the big thing too about that is that's when the real fight starts, right?
Yeah.
We didn't even get a chance to see the real fight. Dude was literally beating him for I don't really remember
episode or two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he figures out how to beat him, and then immediately beats him. Nah, even if when you figure out how to beat him, let me still see
It's gotta be in one hit.
Yeah, bro. It can't.
Right? Fucking
This is
Zoro.
not One Punch Man.
Yeah, Zoro took 99 hits,
Yeah.
and then this guy it's the first time he's ever been cut, and was like, "Oh, I'm dead now."
I can't do it.
Yeah,
You had zero mental fortitude.
Yeah,
you
I'm
never
never
got
gonna
hit.
hit
Honestly,
Honestly, that kind of makes sense.
No, it's like, dude, I've never been hurt in my life. Now I got a paper cut. I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm
over
I'm
with.
tapping out.
Hey, ref, throw in the fucking
Yeah,
right
call it,
button.
call it.
I'm done. It's just I don't know. Nothing when I'm watching it, I'm just nothing feels
And-
earned. Nothing is satisfying. Nothing is
And when you explain it, by talking about it, right? You say what he realized the lesson his sensei was teaching him, and to your mind, that's yeah, that makes sense, right? But then when you go back and watch it, it's no, that's dumb, right? It's. I'm not saying that the idea of Zoro having an epiphany there and realizing what his master was trying to teach him is wrong. There's nothing inherently wrong with that as a device in order to progress Zoro as a swordsman or whatever you want to say, right? The problem comes when he literally hits the dirt, comes up, one taps the guy. That's the problem. That's the problem. And
it's not fulfilling.
It's not earned, right? Because again, why does this guy go down in one hit when Zoro?
Okay, let me ask you a
Usopp,
question
all
real
these
quick.
motherfuckers.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
All right, let's hear it.
Do you remember the only time that Zoro has lost?
To Mihawk,
Yes.
right?
Did he not get one tapped?
I mean, I think he did, and I think that's just as dumb. Right. At that moment in the show, it's not as dumb because we haven't seen Zoro tank as much. Right. The craziest thing he did was like when he got captured, right? He got beat up by a bunch of dudes.
Right.
And we were like, oh, okay, yeah, Zoro got beat up. So then, yeah, a guy that can get beat up by 10 guys makes sense. He gets cut across his torso, and he's done. Yeah. That makes sense. A guy that takes cannonballs and gets broken in half and has his spine ripped out and then gets back up and keeps fighting, right? That guy doesn't go down to one hit. I'm sorry. I don't care if he was split in two. His organs should have come back together or some shit. If you're watching the same show that I'm watching.
Also, I want to say...
All I'm saying is that when Zoro lost, he got one-tapped. And then when this dude lost, he got one-tapped, and they both had the same slash.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What, and this is a question to everyone, what was a bigger oh shit moment? When Zoro got one-tapped or when Lee beat Sasuke? What would
when
you
Lee
guys...
beat Sasuke, that's a given.
When they first met. When they first met and Lee just mollywopped Sasuke, what was a bigger oh shit moment?
Lee.
Okay. What was a bigger moment? When you saw Kakashi shit his pants in front of Orochimaru or Zoro getting beaten by Mihawk?
Kakashi.
When he's trying to... So after Sasuke's...
Wait. I'm trying to remember that Kakashi moment. When was that?
So after Sasuke does his prelim tuning exam, he fights the chakra draining dude. Kakashi is sealing the curse mark in the back.
Okay.
And Orochimaru walks in, and Kakashi's face goes pale.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember this scene?
I'm with you.
I don't remember that.
I'm with you, yeah.
Hold on. Do you remember that scene?
Wait, Orochimaru walks in where?
Walks in...
When he's sealing the
when
curse
he's...
mark?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that at all.
Okay, maybe... Then
Are you talking about when Sasuke is like, he's not in the hallway, is he?
No. So,
No, they're in a room.
Sasuke gets the curse mark when Orochimaru bites him.
Right.
Right. And then it's going out of control.
Right.
Right. Then Sasuke or Kakashi comes to Sasuke and says, "Hey, I know you're going through this curse mark shit. Come with me." Right. And then they go to a dark room somewhere, and Kakashi's like hitting him with jutsu in the back.
This scene. So he just sealed Sasuke.
I remember the scene of him sealing the curse mark. I don't remember this at all.
Really, you guys? This scene, I was like, oh, this nigga Orochimaru must be the realest nigga alive because Kakashi was God in my eyes.
To be fair, this
And Kakashi was chill.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
That nigga
Kakashi,
chill ass
that nigga never sweat in his life. He saw
Not even against
Orochimaru.
Zabus, though.
He saw Orochimaru and lost his shit.
Look, he's sweating right now.
I was like,
And then Orochimaru laughing in his face.
I was like, nah, this nigga Orochimaru must be the realest nigga to ever exist.
Must be him.
Timothy. That's Timothy right there. And then this nigga's just talking down to him the whole time.
I can't believe I don't remember that.
But I guess my point is in all this, it's just, I don't know. There's a way that One Piece does it that like, I'm never concerned.
Yeah, it's one of two ways. It's either ultimately a joke,
Yeah.
or it's ultimately just in service to the plot.
Rocks.
Right. In the cheapest way, in the most expedient way, I should say. Right. In the most expedient way,
Right.
it services the plot. Right. Yeah, they draw shit out but all that shit is like pointless. Right. Like everything between A and B is pointless. What we care about is C. Right.
Oh, yeah,
And
for
they'll draw out A and B. Right. Like I just heard that there's a fucking 22 episode fight between Luffy and some motherfucker, but I guarantee you those 22 episodes, none of that fight matters until the end.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so maybe I don't know, but every other fight ever, none of it matters, right? Like the entire time Zoro's getting his ass kicked, it doesn't really matter. All it really does is showing us how outclassed or how beat Zoro is.
Which is why it doesn't make sense as to how the nigga just gets up
And then
one shots
bro.
him.
And
After looking like he's severely outclassed,
Yeah.
that's not a true comeback story. Like if
not.
okay, let's bring sports into this, right?
Yeah, I was gonna
Talk to
say,
me.
So
underdog story.
let's talk about, what was it, 2016, whenever it was Atlanta was in the
Oh
Super
my
Bowl.
God, don't even,
the Super Bowl, and then it was us versus the Patriots.
Bro,
we had a
Yeah.
winning bro, we were winning. Like I think it was
28-3.
28-0 first half.
Yeah.
Or 28-3 first
28-3.
half. That was the first half. Bro, I was ready to go home. I was like, all right, bro.
Thing's
Thing's
done. I was taking my congratulations shot.
Bro, same.
Yeah, it was packing up
And bro, but slowly and surely, like, bro, that nigga Tom Brady was grinding us, bro.
Yeah.
Grinding our defenses, bro.
There you
Just
go.
And think about how you feel in that.
Yeah.
Right?
you start.
It happens.
It's a slow buildup. You know what I'm saying?
They got one.
You're like, oh, okay.
It wasn't like the team stopped going to the field. Right? It wasn't like they called for Hut or whatever, and everybody stayed on the bench, and then the enemy team just ran it in.
Yeah.
You know, time after time.
Yeah.
Or they scored one 38-point goal.
Yeah.
Right? It was like
Over
grind. It
and
was a
over
grind.
and
It was a
over.
grind
It was
back.
a grind.
It's a grind back. You don't just get mollywopped 95% of the fight
And
and get up and just get that one lucky
And
punch. It doesn't
also-
happen.
And
like
I'm
that.
also I'm not
No,
gonna
it does
say
not
not
happen.
real-
That just
it's not
isn't
realistic.
good. That's not
And also,
satisfying.
Yeah,
and also,
'cause it's
I'm
not
not
realistic.
gonna say this is just One Piece because
It's
Demon,
not.
the
It's
newest
not.
the newest season of Demon Slayer did this too with Tanjiro's fucking fire breathing. He kept saying 1,000 times, "This is it. This is the most I can do. This is all I can keep doing,"
And
and
then
they
more.
kept doing more. And it's like,
That's some Goku moment.
yeah,
I
I
was
don't
gonna say,
know.
DBZ does similar.
And DBZ does similar where
does-
we just keep
right.
surpassing our limits.
Right,
And
yeah,
I'm like,
Gohan goes up against Cell and gets his ass whooped until all his friends start getting beat up, and then he goes Super Saiyan 2.
yeah,
and
it's
wins the
like
fight.
it's like,
Right.
fam, you can't just keep getting better. Like you gotta have a reasonable like comeback here. But I don't know. I will admit that's probably One Piece's comedy is probably the only thing carrying it for me.
And not only
right
that, but again, I think it's important to note that that's what One Piece was always meant to be.
Sure.
It was meant to be the cheap, make you feel something and then make you laugh.
Yeah.
And then move on to the next thing.
I think it's the same with Dragon Ball Z, to be honest.
Yes,
Yeah,
to an
100%.
extent. To an extent.
now. 100%.
I would 100% agree. Dragon Ball Z has like, we're gonna bring you in, we're gonna have our thing, we're gonna have the guys losing, and then they're gonna win, and then we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Like, that's fair. That's a fair.
We'll give you a new transformation.
right. Which is why I gave Dragon Ball Z like a B-.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I can agree with that.
what would you give Dragon Ball Z, Ray?
Oh, I already said a B-.
B-.
Like his fights carry the show, to be honest
yeah,
with you.
Facts.
It's fight scary to show, and that's what. And this is something I said this to Killzone last night. I was like, look, I used to. Okay, before I say this, so we moving on to the
Yeah,
next
I'll do it.
thing that matters in anime: character development and characters. One Piece
Okay, I'm
is
with you.
shit for character development, in my opinion. From up to episode 200, there's been zero development.
Because that's all you've watched. That's all
right.
you-
That's what I'm saying. Up to 200, there's no character
I
development.
will say though,
Up to where I got, there was no character development.
I will say there is like the real character develop, in my opinion, is when you get close to Ace arc.
Sure.
Like-
So
The only character development is in their abilities.
sure, but what I will say,
Zach, I'm gonna disagree with you. We're not gonna have that conversation just because Ken is. Or I'm sorry, what's your name on here? Yeah, Kenny isn't
yeah,
here.
Kenny.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
because
sure, and,
Kenny isn't
when
here.
when
But
I get up
when
there,
Kenny catches up, we'll have that conversation.
We'll rehash it. But what I will give One Piece, maybe not S tier on, but definitely a solid A-ish
Give them props.
rank props for it.
B plus
is-
A-, yeah.
Yeah, is their character interaction. The rapport between the Straw Hats
It's really good.
it's good.
High levels.
Yeah, it's funny. It's enjoyable. There are scenes, and I get it. I
That
get
probably
it. I
carries the
really
show,
and I get it. I get why you niggas love this shit because I watch them and I watch how the characters interact with each other, and it reminds me of my friends, and it reminds me
Yes.
of like my crew and how we would give each other shit. Like Sanji and Zoro fighting with each other, it gets old. It gets old, but it's still funny sometimes. And I watch them fight with each other the same way Killzone and I fight with each other, and I'm like, I get it. I get why you niggas like that shit because
We still be having the same arguments we did 8 years ago.
8 years ago. So I get it. So yes, I think character wise and character rapport and
Relationships.
character relationships, One Piece I think does a really
Does
good
well.
job. I think if you take each character individually, it's there's not a lot of substance
ballpark.
there.
Yeah.
But when you put them all
a
together
crew.
as a crew,
As a crew.
the One Piece crew definitely, and I will say, the One Piece crew, their relationship with each other is consistently better than any relationship in
Yeah.
Naruto.
Yeah, for
Naruto's
sure.
relationships will have higher peaks, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like
Itachi and
and Itachi and Sasuke, Lee and Guy, Naruto and his dad, Naruto and Kakashi, Naruto and like those in little relationships will have higher peaks.
Yeah,
but
they're not consistent.
Yeah, over time. Yeah, the Straw Hats definitely take.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Naruto stuff is like this.
Yeah.
Whereas One Piece is it's like a. And then it reaches a plateau, and then it just
it
chills
sticks up there, and sometimes it dips down when you get tired of it. Because one thing I will say, I can only watch maybe 5 episodes of One Piece a day. I used to watch. I mean that's a lot, but I used to watch 20 episodes of. Naruto
any other show. I was saying that's a lot for One Piece.
Oh yeah,
I could maybe do one a week. Maybe.
Damn, Zach, you ain't got no heart.
I can watch 5 episodes a day, and then eventually I'm just kind of.
And even then, I would probably be skipping.
I do skip a bit. I'm not gonna hold you.
They're gonna play this joke again.
I do skip a bit of One Piece.
Oh my god, Luffy's hungry. Ha ha.
Oh my god, if I have to, dude, him fucking being hungry. I swear to God.
Sanji and Zoro are mad at each other again. Ha ha ha.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Nami's upset with them again about something stupid. Skip. Like it's got. One Piece does have the 4 jokes that they have run to death, and I really wish they would stop.
Oh,
and maybe they do, because again, apparently I made it less than halfway. So
maybe eventually.
Maybe at episode 800 they finally stop talking about how Luffy's always hungry, or that Sanji and Zoro don't get along, or that Nami is tired of being the most mature one.
Okay, and then y'all do realize that this is taking place over like 2 months, right? Like from the start of One Piece until time skip. That's literally like 2 months.
No way.
Yeah, no, that's confirmed by Oda himself.
That's a problem, right? Am I wrong? That's a problem.
I'll put it this way.
I would say that is a problem.
Wait, what's the problem?
That 15 years of show, or 8 years of show,
is only 2 months in the show, and that's why I will say
I'm not saying it's got to be 8 years. It should be at least 2.
Yeah,
right?
I will say.
Yeah, are you talking about from the beginning of the show?
From the beginning of the show to where Ace dies is 2 months. They go through like a dozen islands.
Yeah,
like a dozen different adventures.
That's too much
over a course of 2 months.
That's too much.
If anything less than 2 years, even 2 years.
Nah, bro. You can't tell me the animation went from there to there in 2 months, bro.
That's what I'm saying. According to Oda, the story, the timeline.
That's too much. But I feel like
these motherfuckers moving at hyperspeed.
Yes, I will say.
The ocean supposed to be big?
And then they do like a 2 year
time skip.
Time skip. Okay. Yeah.
So the time skip is longer, is 10 times longer.
Then
the time skip is 10 times longer than the actual story, the timeline. Yes. That's a problem. That's a problem.
All right, I feel like we've beaten this One Piece topic.
Yeah, we have.
Because I'm gonna probably bring up something new every time, just because I'm gonna keep watching it, and I'm gonna keep having shit to say.
And it's not. Yeah, they're all.
And again, I'm only at episode 200. How long have I been watching One Piece since I started again? Like, has it been like a month?
Hey, can we talk about
it's been a little over a month since.
Can we talk about Conqueror's hockey real quick?
Shit. Say what?
What you want to talk about? Like what about it?
Well, I'm not there yet. I can't really talk about it. Wait till I get there. Don't worry. I'm working.
Write down some notes.
Yeah.
In the meantime.
All right, Reg. You had some topics. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about what you
does it have to be anime related?
Nah. I feel like we burned out on anime for a little bit. I think
whatever.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I want to ask you guys a question. Do you guys think that girls should know, like, if you're in a relationship, do you think that your girl should know everything about you?
Yes.
Yes.
Well.
I say no.
Okay. What do you mean by should? Right.
Like, as in, like, not like immediately, like
you like that's the ultimate goal. Like, what do you mean by should?
No. So, like, within, like, let's just say 2 years, right?
Right.
Do you think your girl should know everything about you?
Not necessarily.
Yeah. 2 years. 2 years dating someone is a long.
Yeah.
It is, but it's not like I don't think it should be a goal. Like
I say no.
Why not a goal?
That's it.
I guess it depends on like.
I think it comes with time.
When you say know everything about me, or like does she?
So like I'm not talking about like. Wait, ask your question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like does she need to have like my mom's birthday memorized, or should she know everything that I'm up to?
Right. She knows I like this. She knows I like that. She knows how
My question, I guess, in a better way to be asked is like, should she know about like your entire past and like how how you've gone from point of birth to like where you are in life? Like, should she know, like, whether it be fucking 20 years or 30 years old, like how we got from birth to this point?
I say in 2 years, yeah.
I say it doesn't matter. I say it's like it's nice to know, but it's not like.
Have you ever dated anyone for that long?
No.
Yeah.
What's your longest relationship?
I say no because
Probably
it's like
yeah.
girls like mysterious in general. Girls like mysteriousness and they have this whole fucking curiosity.
Have you ever asked
But also
a woman if that's true?
What?
That
Have asked
woman-
them what?
Have you ever asked them that they need mysteriousness and unknowns in the relationship?
I've
Or is this just something?
dated around enough to know that they want it.
Okay,
Are you
this
saying
is-
do you
this is
feel
an
like-
observation you have
Do you
made,
feel like the
basically.
relationship gets boring once you know everything?
Well, how are you?
Not necessarily. I feel like it would be more mundane with less fireworks, less pop, less sparkle.
Well, so
But like, if your girl knows everything you did, like, see, I'm 25, right?
right.
Sure.
So if my girl knows everything I did in those 25 years, then after that, it's like, well, then what do I have to talk about except for the day that I just had?
Right. No,
Versus
I get that.
Versus if I tell her, you know, like certain stories that happened, you know, like I guess you could say the highlights.
Right.
And then, you know, over time, I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I did X, Y, and Z when I was little. You know, I had fun doing this, da 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 da, or I had a bad time doing that. Then it's like, oh shit, now I have a new piece to the puzzle. I'm putting, like, you know, like the picture, because girls always have a romanticized picture in their head, right?
Right.
They're putting more of that picture together. That's kind of like their game, from what I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Is like they have a romanticized picture, and now they're filling in the gaps that they don't have.
So,
And girls are always going to be detectives, bro. Whether we like to admit it or not, they just detectives, bro.
Yeah, I will say I think I definitely agree to some degree with the idea that, like, and this I think is dependent on the girl and dependent on your relationship, to where
Of course,
I think if the person is not willing to be someone who can just kind of sit in the relationship and just kind of sit in the
Enjoy you.
and enjoy just your presence or just being around, then that is definitely true. Because I have definitely been in relationships with girls where
That thing was finding out about you.
yes, and once you find out
you,
everything,
she's not interested.
and it gets to a point where they're asking you to, like, tell them stuff and to be engaging and to kind of go on this, like, journey of discovery, and you're like, this is it, you know? Yeah, like you said, I'm 25, like, I haven't lived all that much life. I've told you about elementary school, I've told you about middle school, I've told you about high school, I've told you about college, I told you about summer camp. After that, you know, we've kind of now it's literally, yeah, I'm writing this story along with you. And if you can't kind of sit and enjoy and then, like, be in that, it's going to be an issue.
And I think that's
right.
I think that anyone who is like that is a character flaw.
Right. I don't think that you should.
You said deformity?
No, a character flaw. I don't think you should necessarily hide things on purpose
To try and extend that.
Yeah, to try to extend that, like, not honeymoon phase, but, like, that discovery phase. Like, you shouldn't be purposely trying to hide shit for that.
Yeah.
And I think if you do end up with someone who, yeah, after 2 years, and you're just kind of like, I don't really have any more stories to tell you,
And she's like, well, then I'm
bored
of you now.
then it's like, all right,
Then
then
the relationship's over. It's
Bounce.
Of course, yeah.
bounce, shoddy.
Because that's another thing. Like, what is the goal of the relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because if we're talking casual relationships,
Mm-hmm.
then then that makes sense.
That's inevitable, right?
That's inevitable. You're going to reach the point to where you were kind of tired of each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's fine. Right. But if you're talking like real, meaningful, long-lasting relationships, all relationships are going to get to the point to where you pretty much have nothing really like
New to say.
like new, yeah, or at least new as in about your history.
Right.
Right. Because she's been there for so long.
Right.
Right. My longest relationship is just under a year. But I mean, that was a long time to me.
Right.
Right? Like we spent 6 days a week.
Yeah, especially when you're
like,
spending a lot of time
3
together.
hours a day
Yeesh.
in each other's company, right? Because this was like right out of high school, so we didn't really have responsibilities anywhere, right? Like we would go to school and then come home and hang out. So like, and then even anytime we weren't together, we were texting or talking or whatever. So we spent a lot of time together, and I won't say she didn't know like 100% of whatever I had gone through, like of my life up to that point. She probably knew in the 90s, right? Because I mean, as like even when you're talking to someone, you eventually have to revert back to what has happened in the past, right? Like, oh, what was your day like today? I went to school, I ate this, I did that, right? That's like a 20-minute conversation at max.
At best.
Right, at max.
That's
if you did something.
And as I say, that's an exciting day if you can talk about it for 20 fucking minutes.
So
True.
eventually you're going to talk about shit that you have in common. And all your commonalities are going to be based on experience, which is your past, right? So after so many hours of just communication, just basic communication, she's going to have a very well-developed idea of you, right? I mean, maybe
makes sense.
Maybe me as a person, I could have done a little bit more to keep that mysteriousness, but I don't like that. I like the connection that I derive from somebody knowing me, and I feel like the people that I have connected with have felt the same way. I won't say never. All of my strongest relationships have been with women who genuinely wanted, or who genuinely derived something from knowing, right? So there are definitely some casual relationships that once we reached a point to where she was like, okay, I know too much about this guy, I have less interest. Right. I've had that, right? But the opposite has held true for more, right? Like there have been more women who I have opened up to and, talked about real shit with, that created a closer relationship than created a divide.
You playing with your hair over there?
But yeah. And I mean, like I said, it all comes down to what kind of relationship we're talking about. Because again, like I said, that year-long relationships, I've had two that touched on 10 and 11 months, and throughout both of them, we spoke a lot, and they knew most of my shit. Man, like it really did reach a point to where it was like, all we can really talk about is what happened today, and I don't feel like it created. I don't feel like created.
I was gonna say, Rec, you're in a pretty long relationship now, right?
Yeah, we're approaching 2 years.
Does she know everything about you?
No.
Rec, you still there?
Yeah. Wait, can you hear me?
Lose him?
Yeah, I hear him.
I hear him. You're the
Discord,
one.
Discord sometimes, because I didn't hear him for like a solid minute when you were talking about.
I've always heard him. I always hear you, Ray. I just want you to know that.
Hey, I appreciate you, Weezy. I appreciate you.
That's crazy.
But yeah, y'all been up on 2 years. That's awesome. That's cool.
Okay, now I hear you. Yeah, there we go.
All right, so yeah, we're approaching 2 years, right? And so it's like things haven't gotten stale or anything.
I was gonna ask if that's been an issue that y'all are dealing with.
No, it's not. It's just like I purposefully withhold stories until we reach like a certain time where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I did X, Y, and Z back in high school or middle school or whatever.
Purposely? Like, did she ask you like a certain question and you're like,
I don't know.
You're like, it's too early for that.
Nothing comes to mind. Yeah, what do you tell her?
How do you? Okay, go ahead.
Let's just say like there's a instance where she asked about what I did in high school, right? And so I'll tell her, oh, I was playing sports, I was doing this and that, and then that's about it. And then like later on in the line, I'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, when I was playing sports, you know, I was a home run hitter for this fucking one team and da 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 da. Like I'll give a more definitive, expansive story that like I feel like can be led into a conversation,
Right.
as opposed to giving a vague 2, maybe 5 sentence answer.
Well, here's my question. When she first asked the question, did you purposefully omit part of your response?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
And I think that's,
I've never done that.
I think it's fair. I think I
mean,
get that.
Because
like
there's a
at the end of the day,
difference
I want to pursue like long term with this girl, right?
Right.
Like I want to pursue like, you know, like, oh shit, we've been married for fucking
Hey, you hear
20,
that,
30
you lucky
years.
lady?
Yeah,
You want
really?
a long time? Ooh! Ow!
he talking about marriage.
So it's like,
He said
I'm not gonna. I did say it, and I'll stand by it. But the thing is like I don't want to give away like
You don't
like
want to
that
go.
whole
Yeah, you don't want to get stale too
mystery
fast.
and shit. Yeah, because it's like if this was a fling, a short term relationship where we were both trying to get the same thing and then dip, then it's like, yeah, no, like I got plenty of stories that I can tell you that it's like, you know, we'll keep the conversation kind of lighthearted for this point till we end up back at the bedroom.
Right.
But for this girl, it's like, I want to keep the whole, okay, well, I'm still learning about you every day kind of thing. Because
Right.
I've noticed that that's like a lot of what people say when they're saying what helps keep the marriage, you know, like lively, like what helps keep
learning new
the
things every day.
relationship going.
Yeah, I've heard that. I learn new things about him every day. And it
Yeah.
keeps the passion going. Now I've definitely heard people say that.
Well, that I feel like that comes down to more of like your really like minute details, right?
Facts.
Like, I mean, I can't like talking about like isms that you do that you don't realize you do, right? Like how I started saying, well, that's not ideal.
Yeah, it's not
right?
ideal.
Or like when I was saying, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't realize I'm doing those things. Right. But if she would have been like, oh my gosh, I just noticed this thing that he does where
He
I
does every
ask him to
day.
do something and he says, yeah, man. Right.
Yeah.
Those are the types of things I feel like they're talking about when they say, I learned something new about him every day.
Like
Or
yeah.
if I go to like weed eat and I always weed eat from the right to the left. Right.
Right.
Or if I always like when I go to walk down the steps, I always lead with my right foot. Right. And I feel like it's stuff like that that people are talking about. Not stuff like, oh, I just learned today that, you know, he was a home run hitter in high school.
I also
feel
think
that's kind of weird.
No, I mean, unless you flexing, it's like I get what you're saying, Ray. Like you be like, yeah, I played ball back in high school, but you don't necessarily be like,
How
yeah,
deep?
I won 3 championships back to back. You know, those, like achievements like that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
because to me,
Right,
the one
right.
leads to the other. Because
Not necessarily.
everything is a conversation. Right? If she's asking about what I did in high school, she wants to have a conversation.
But like, okay, it's not like I'm gonna I see what Ray's saying is he's not necessarily withholding the information.
That's what he said.
But no, if that response is good enough for her, I mean, maybe she dives in deeper, like, oh shit, word, how long? And, you know,
But my point is, to me, I always feel a compulsion
To just
to
go
have the conversation.
to go
to
all
make
all
it-
the way deep.
Yeah.
I mean,
unless
that's
I'm picking up she's being short or like she's just trying to get. I
To a
want to know these
specific
4 things.
point.
If she's like,
That's
I want
fair.
to know these 4 things. What were you doing in high school? What happened in college? What are your parents like? And do you have siblings?
right.
If she asked it like that, then I'd be like, I did this in high school. I did this in college. I have these parents and I have these siblings. Right. But if she's like, oh my God, like, you know, what have you been up to since high school? I'm like, well, you know, I kind of did this, and I did this, and I did this, you know, and this kind of happened at that time, and then COVID hit, and that kind of like led into this, right? So I would make it a conversation just because that's what I feel like.
Would you? All right. So, question
That'd
for
be
you,
the
Ray.
point.
Would you make it into a conversation? Say she asks you like, "Hey, did you play any sports in high school or college or whatever?"
So like I would hit her with the whole, oh well, you know, I played ball, I played baseball, I played basketball, I played football, da 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 da. I'm, you know, good at this and that.
Which one do you like the most?
And then
I'm asking. I'm
Which
acting
one?
as your girlfriend right now. Which one do you like the most?
oh, I definitely like baseball. It was what I started growing up playing first, so it's just how I work.
Right. See, I kind of see what he's saying though, because like if she goes, which one did you like the most? You could be like, oh, it was baseball. We were 3-time state champions. Da 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 da.
But then why go? Yeah.
But his point is, well, I don't need to go into all that. Whereas Zach is like, as the conversation flows, I'm just naturally gonna kind of bring all that up.
Yeah.
So
I have the conversation.
Right.
So what do you just say? I played baseball, and we had fun.
I mean, you're literally answering her question. If she wants to know more, then let her find out more.
Yes.
Make her work for it.
Make her work.
No, I see what you're doing, Ray.
That's a weird conversation. That's not.
It's really not.
Point.
Make her work.
That's a list.
What do you mean?
Okay, but no. So like when we say conversation, right? That means that person A talks and then person B responds, right?
Right.
If you're getting asked a series of questions, right?
I mean, have you
Are you gonna get? Why are you giving more information than is needed?
Have you ever seen those diagrams? The diagram of a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like it splits. And then, like, do they do this or do they do this? And
right.
then it splits. And then do they do this? Do they do this? And then it splits. And then it becomes, like, this giant web of, like, shit. That, to me, is what a conversation is. It's something that's meant to grow.
Right.
Until you've exhausted the conversation, the topic.
I respect that, and that's a valid way to look at conversations.
Facts.
But if, like, let's just say, the same question that Breezy asked me, like I would have those same responses for my girlfriend, and then I would flip it and be like, oh, so what did you do?
Right.
Where did you go?
Right.
And so it's like, if I expound on my experiences, on my, I guess in this term, sports career, then it's like, okay, now she's found out everything about my sports career. But if she asked me what I did and then I asked her what she did, now we both can expound on our sports careers or whatever she did back in high school, right?
I mean, yeah.
So it's like the conversation can still web and still grow, but because it's more of a, it's not a line of questioning, it's more of a conversation to where I have y'all ever read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People?
No.
That's a great read. I highly recommend that book. It'll definitely get you able to talk more. But once you're able to ask other people questions and get them to expand more while also holding cards to yourself, then it's like that's how the conversation could become more than just a singular 20-minute, 30-minute conversation, and it can be a 2, 3, 4 time occurrence.
Right.
And where you can like make sure like the details that you didn't add in the previous conversation are brought up in this conversation, and you don't have to keep track of them in the sense that it's like, oh well, I told her about this home run that I hit. Well, next time I got to tell her about that home run that I hit.
Right.
It's more of a we talked about this surface level, so now next time we have something similar, I can bring it down to the next level in that specific area.
Yeah, I get it, because you're looking at it as your experiences and
like
new
you're looking at it as a
information
school
are resources, and you delve out those resources over time to prolong that discovery phase in a relationship.
Exactly.
I'm not mad at it. I don't necessarily hate it.
I mean, it's just weird.
I think I get it, because I definitely understand hitting that moment of like, well, shit, now it feels like we have nothing to really talk about, and not wanting to you don't want to really hit that, and you don't really want to you don't want it to happen too quickly or too.
All right, so let me tell you why I started doing conversations in this relationship in particular the way that I'm doing it.
Talk to me.
So the relationship that I had previously was 2 years long.
Okay.
We pretty much lived together, like we were staying in the same dorm, and she was always in my room or I was always in her room.
A fucking serial committer, huh?
I mean, look.
Great guy
nobody's
over
meant
here.
to be on this world to be alone, right? So I'm gonna try to find mine.
He's a great guy over here.
You trying hard, all right.
So when I was in that relationship, we definitely hit that wall within 6 to 8 months. Whereas like I told her everything, she told me everything.
Yep.
And then like after a while, it was just like, okay, so what did you do today? And then we try to have a conversation about what happened that day. And it felt forced. It felt awkward. It was just like, we can shut up. But it's like, we would just have a lot of dead silence time. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, for me personally, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not trying to have too much dead silence.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I get, but to me, that just tells me y'all didn't have enough overlap of.
Right.
What's the word I'm thinking of? Overlap of interests.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, again, you know, the 2 times that I was in an extended conversation or an extended relationship with, we never really wanted for conversation. We always found something to talk about, right? Maybe that's just a skill, right? Because I will say that I probably led a majority of the conversation, at least with my first relationship. I'd be like, "What did you do today?" And she'd be like, "Oh, I went to class and we, you know, did this." I'm like, "Oh, well, what's that mean?" Like, you know, like she was a photographer. She went in for like photography, and you know, she'd be like,
Right.
We learned how to edit in Photoshop today." And I was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "All right." And I'd be like, I've always wanted to know how to edit in Photoshop. Like, what did you learn? Well, we learned about the, you know, the whatever brush tool. And I was like, "Oh, how does that work?" Right. So maybe that's just a thing that I have developed over my lifetime, is an ability
That's fair.
to turn
That's valid.
any conversation,
Oh, sorry, I was just saying something.
and to turn any topic into a conversation.
Yeah, I think
So,
a
maybe-
lot of times too. I think what's important is that transition from talking about past to developing future together. And I think that's where a lot of people kind of fall short, especially is you have to get to a point where now you have to develop experiences with the girl, and you have to do stuff with the girl, and you have to like. You have to, all your new topics are going to come from things you did together or things you did in the future. And I think, and you know, let me pull out my Andrew Tate real fast.
God, don't.
Let me pull out my Andrew Tate real fast.
I'm out of frame.
Listen, I think too. Woohoo! We're having some production issues.
Good save.
God heard me start talking about Andrew Tate.
Yeah, God heard Andrew Tate
and
and
said, "Nah, shut that shit down."
Good on him. Good on him.
Yeah, really.
So next topic.
Yeah, really. But no, I think
Falcons.
I think. Oh no, I think. When it comes down to it, I think some people just don't have. I think it comes down to hobbies. I think some people don't have enough hobbies to entertain themselves, and so they get into these relationships where the other person needs to entertain them. And so that's when you run into the, well, fuck, I'm out of stories. Now I have nothing that I feel like I can... Yeah, right? Like, now I don't feel like I have anything that I can use to entertain this person. And that's where that pressure kind of starts to build from. And that stress. And it's hard because then it's like every day you're struggling to find something new to talk about because you feel like you
do so many things in a day.
Yeah, you need to entertain this person. You need to give them something. And that's why it comes down to, like, I feel like having relationships with someone who has genuine hobbies to where they can, like we said earlier, can just kind of exist. They can just kind of exist, especially in that dead silence, right? Imagine you know, if you're into video games and she's into drawing, TV show, movie, video games as well, you guys can kind of exist in that space. Hell, for even a week, right? Like, you can kind of exist in that space for a week where you're like, hey, we're in each other's presence, but we're kind of doing our own thing, and I don't need you to entertain me.
Facts.
And you don't need me to entertain you.
And
The fact that we're in the same...
That's a really good...
Right? The
Not
fact
only
that we're in
but
the same space is enough.
The conversation, even when you do have conversations, changes. Right? It no longer becomes about you entertaining me or you occupying my time, but it becomes a conversation.
Yes.
I want to hear your thoughts on this thing.
On a specific thing.
That I have an interest in. Right? Because I look at, like, the conversations you and I have.
Right.
You'll walk in and be like, so I want to hear your thoughts on this. Right? I heard this recently.
Yeah.
Or I watched this. What do you think?
Right. Rather than just, hey, give me some
Give me
stimulation.
something. Give me stimulation. Yeah.
Right.
It changes the entire paradigm of the relationship.
Yeah.
Paradigm. That's a lie. I like that.
And
a big
I think
word.
for the
Yeah, that
better.
was some real shit right there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think you know what, and
That's fulfillment.
Yeah.
To me, that's a fulfilling relationship.
and I'm gonna dive a little deeper. I don't think a lot of these women have those hobbies. I don't think a lot of these women.
It's not just women.
It isn't just women.
Because I have noticed this, particularly in my siblings.
Okay.
Right, because like I'm not working.
Sure.
And all of my siblings work, and they work a lot.
Right.
Right. So a vast majority of the time either goes to work or childcare.
Childcare.
Right. Because
Okay.
they have kids now.
Sure.
And so they're like, "Oh my God, Zach, what do you do?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? What do I do?"
I just be chilling.
I mean, really, I'm like, do you realize? I had this thought earlier today. We live in a time when there's enough just content, human content, to consume for multiple lifetimes.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You could never get through it all.
Right. There's so many books, TV shows, movies, music. Like there's so much out there that you can experience that having too much time isn't really a problem.
Right.
It's kind of the opposite.
Right.
Where you will never have enough time.
Yeah.
Right. And so they have really never developed
A fucking hobby.
interest. Like I noticed it specifically with my brother.
Hey, Sarad, have a seat on the guest couch.
Yeah, man, right here, bro. Right in line. But I noticed it particularly with my brother. Right, he opened a restaurant and was working 80 hours, 90 hours a week. Right, he would work 14, 15 hours a day every day of the week, and then he recognized that in himself that wasn't healthy.
Right.
Right, and that's when I started working, and I was like, bro, bring me on. I'll work. And then once we get me to a point where you're comfortable with me working the restaurant alone, you can go home.
Go have a life.
Yeah. And he was like, okay. He's like, yeah, I really want to do that. And like he approached me. He was like, I really want you to come work for me. I really want you to come work for me. And I was like, okay. And so then I started working for him. I was like, what's the goal here? He's like, honestly, the goal is to give me a break.
Right.
And I was like, okay, let's do it. I was like, I will get there.
Yeah.
And then he went home and he would be like, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like, I feel awful.
He feels like Ricky Bobby. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
This man was like Tom Brady. He retired for a year.
And then, like,
3 months. He was
Oh,
like, yeah,
God.
fuck that.
And then we would talk.
God.
He would talk.
He said, I need that
And
seven.
like,
Is
he
that
would
on the
come into
7th
work,
or 8th?
And I'm like, why are you coming in? Like,
God,
we're good.
man.
And he was like,
I don't got shit to do.
yeah. He said, I don't have anything to do.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think like in these relationships, bro, you gotta have a fucking hobby.
Facts.
You know, you gotta be able to entertain yourself.
You know what's crazy?
And even if you're approaching it from an aspect of, I want something to talk to Ken about.
Right.
I want something to talk to my boyfriend about. I
Right.
want something to talk, like, that's fine, right? Because there like definitely times where a significant other of mine has been interested in something,
Right.
and I have gone
Gone
my
into
way
research it just so that
so
you
I
can
can have a conversation,
engage.
right? So even if that's your motivation, that's fine. That's more than enough.
Right.
What matters is that search, finding something for
Yeah.
yourself.
You gotta
That's what-
find something.
yeah.
Facts.
Whatever motivational process you have to use to get you there.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I've never really talked about it with my siblings. I want to. I want to be like, why can't y'all just find something that you
Why
like to
don't
do?
you have shit
Yeah.
to do?
Why do y'all think me not working is some sort of crazy?
Right.
Like how is-
Capitalism, man.
like, how is
Yep.
it that y'all just don't realize that there's so much out there? Like, my mom's biggest one, she retired, right? She turned 65 and retired. She has no idea what to do with her time,
Her life.
right? And it got so bad to the point to where she spends all her time, like, on Facebook.
No.
Which is bad because she's a 65-year-old white woman, and all of Facebook is showing her is, like, far right wing, like, conspiracies, and she, like, she goes down the Facebook rabbit hole, and she's a woman who never developed that skepticism, that healthy skepticism for what somebody tells you. If she finds somebody that says something,
Internet awareness.
yeah.
Yeah,
If she
facts.
finds something that someone says with authority, she's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Right, and that's such a toxic. Like it
It's not
warps
good.
it warps
It's
your
not good.
mind.
Facts.
And I'm like, you gotta get off Facebook.
Yeah.
Find something
Yeah.
you can like pottery, painting,
On God.
Knitting.
music,
On God.
knitting.
Find some. Get some
Like-
clay.
Pottery.
At least it's not TikTok.
Literally,
Yeah,
anything.
really.
Read
Honestly, I
books.
would rather have her TikTok than Facebook.
Then Facebook
No,
and-
you do not want
TikTok
her
is worse.
to.
Really?
TikTok is worse.
TikTok is so much worse.
All right. I think so. We've gone a really long time. I think we said we were gonna shoot for an hour.
Question,
Right.
question.
And we
Before,
shut
You
it
know?
What was that?
actually,
What's up?
not
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
well, no, I was going to ask. So, like, going off the whole hobby situation.
Yeah.
This might be completely unrelated, but there was one time, I was, I'm usually on Apex if I'm not doing anything,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I'm on Apex. This is back when I was hanging with, and
We're gonna bleep
I was
that.
about to say, we dropping names.
Oh, shit. My bad. Like, yeah, bleep that.
Yeah.
This is around the certain time I was hanging with a certain girl, right? So
Right.
she came up to my old spot, and mind you, I'm in the middle of a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I run downstairs because she says I'm here. So I'm like, all right, bet. Open the door. I'm like, yo, in the middle of a game, and I run right back upstairs.
Right.
Right?
I think you told me about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run right back upstairs. I run right back upstairs.
Yeah.
And
This man grinding rank.
bro, you already know. It's always ranked. So yeah, I run right back upstairs. She see like, bro, I have my controller, I have my headphones on, so she sees I'm in a game.
Yep.
Run back upstairs, and then she's mad
Yep.
because she got mad after I finished the game. She was like pouting because I didn't give her like a proper introduction.
Yeah,
like, I
like
didn't
the
give her a
proper
hug. I
greeting.
didn't give her the time of
Damn.
day. Like, but it doesn't matter that I'm giving it to her now.
Mm-hmm.
It matters that I didn't give it to her when she wanted
Then in
it.
that moment.
That I was just like, come on,
Yeah.
bro.
And I will
And I
admit,
was like,
That's
come
just something
on,
you've
bro.
gotta learn.
but I think that is a trait. I'm not gonna say of women, but it's a trait of people who don't have hobbies because they don't understand the
The importance.
investment or important.
I think investment.
Investment into a hobby.
Put into it.
Because
Okay,
right, like,
okay. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate because,
Talk on.
like, while I agree with Breezy's statement, like I have been there.
Right.
Well, I
Sure.
can't say I've been there, but like I completely understand, and I've blown off people for this moment.
Sure.
It's like I feel like you gotta realize that when somebody comes over to the house,
Sure.
it's like there's a protocol that happens.
Yes.
I
So
agree.
it's
I
like-
agree. I agree.
That's why
I
I
was
usually
doing
won't start a
that-
game if I know people are coming.
Right.
Yeah, that's my fault.
So it's like I'm not saying that Breezy was wrong. I'm just saying I understand her point.
No,
of view.
100%.
That was what I was trying to say.
it's- yeah.
You then need to learn
There's
to adapt.
there's societal norms that you have to dance around.
Abide by.
Abide by.
I
dance
personally
around.
don't agree with it.
Right. Oh yeah.
But-
Yeah. No, because if I walk into my homeboy's house and he's like, "Yo, I'm in the game," and he runs up, even if I'm walking to the girl that I'm fucking with, and she's like, "Yo, I'm in the game," and runs up, I guess maybe because I'm a gamer, that's why I get it. But
Even if
anything.
It's just like I'm in a conversation with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend just dumped her. And
Yeah, or
I just
like,
need
or
support.
like she's like, bro, this episode of Downtown Abbey or
Yeah.
Bridgerton is
To
going
me-
crazy.
To me, there's a time limit, right? I'll give you 15 minutes to finish whatever you're doing before I walk in.
It wasn't even that far.
I know.
Yeah.
But maybe 20. When we hit 30,
I give you 5. I give you
And
5.
I'll admit, yeah, like if you start another game, while
No,
she's
no,
there,
that's different.
wild. Right,
That's different.
wild.
That's different.
That's wild.
That's
But if
different.
I don't give a
you,
fuck.
yeah, if you finish up the game, you win. Like now, granted,
Congratulations,
again,
nigga, let's
yeah,
go.
But-
again, you probably shouldn't be starting
Yes,
the game
right.
knowing
It is
Shotty's
on-
about
It
to
is
fall.
on you to
Yes.
know the people that you are around.
Yes.
And how they will react to
100%.
certain situations.
100%.
But also at the same time, it goes both ways. She knows I'll be on the game, right? And like she,
No.
okay,
I mean,
nah, like she knows like
realistically,
like
yes.
she's seen okay
But
she's seen me play before.
Ideally, yes.
Right.
She knows like how like focused I am when I'm on the game.
Right.
Like she's seen me play before, which is why like I was like, man, like it's not like we didn't skip. This was like a small bump. It wasn't like a major issue.
Right.
But I'm just saying like she knows how I am when I'm like on the game, right? So it's not like I started
And I would say it also matters on what she came over for. Because if she came over
to hang out,
to just hang, then
yes,
it's like, fam, I'm doing me.
That's
you do,
what I'm
we're
saying.
together.
Yeah.
Now, if she came over for date night or she came over for a specific purpose,
That's fair. That's a fair point.
yeah, right. Yeah, then it's like, okay, yeah, you should be applying more of your attention towards me. But yeah, no, if Charlie's like, yeah, let's just hang out. Well, this is me chilling.
So
bro.
I wonder, this might be because hosting.
Right.
Right.
Hosting is a thing.
Is a thing.
Is a big thing.
And I don't know if it's generational. I don't know if it's gendered. But I definitely have noticed a difference in how people handle when someone comes over.
Yes.
Or when people are expected. Because growing up, when someone was expected, that was our day.
Yeah.
Our
that was
entire day
it.
was focused
That's it.
on we are
You
having
cleaned
company over
You had to
today.
clean up the fucking attic.
Yeah.
You had to make sure- you had to make sure-
There is no I'm playing a game up until they come.
No.
No. It's
You're cleaning,
hey,
cooking.
so-and-so's coming over. You're done with what you're doing
Yeah.
today. We're now on this.
Yeah, you're cleaning,
And-
cooking, mowing the lawn.
And now I haven't been around because my siblings are all older, and I haven't been around them a whole bunch when they are expecting company. But I highly
Imagine.
expect them to be the same way.
The same way.
Somebody's coming over. We need to do X, Y, or Z,
Right.
and that's where our attention is now.
Yeah.
I think I treat people that I've already been friends with or already built
That's
that
another
That's
rapport
why I
with.
think it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
Because
No, I think
there's
it's a-
no way
I think-
that me and my friends are closer than my mom and her friends.
Right.
It's not even
Because
about
they,
that.
they knew each other for 20 years.
No.
There's no way that we're closer than they were,
Okay, yeah, I see what you're
right?
saying,
Yeah.
So there's no way that we have developed a
But
stronger or better.
I think
rapport.
I think part of that part of that is it is a generational thing because regardless,
it's more casual for us.
but I think again it goes back to like
Don't give a fuck.
yeah, and I think it goes back to the hobby thing because again,
we
you
value
know,
our time.
yeah, your mom she probably didn't have a lot of hobbies. So
Facts.
when someone was
Facts.
coming over,
It was a big deal.
that was
Facts.
it.
Yeah.
Whereas you know
Facts.
She
if
didn't have to stop what she was doing.
yeah, if Ciroc says he's coming over, I'm not about to deep clean the house. Like I love you, my boy, but like I'm not about to deep clean the house for you, you know. Or if Xavier, Tyreek,
I'm not
Tamia,
I'm not even getting off the game.
I'm not even putting pants on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
Even when you're here, I'll just go. I'll keep it.
like you know what I'm saying? So I
Shit,
think
I feel him as he's walking in.
yeah. So
I
I
can wait
think
15 minutes.
I definitely
I do my own thing.
I think
You
part of it
watch
is a generational thing, but again, I think I think a lot of this really does go back to just the
Hobby.
how does
Or
someone
time.
how does
About
someone
time,
what is your purpose in someone else's life?
Yeah.
Because again,
To entertain
our
you.
purposes in each other's lives
to exist.
is
What's
my
is
purpose?
existing and complementary.
Yeah.
You are a complement to my life. Whereas I feel like in a lot of these scenarios, especially romantic relationships,
great, that's
it
why.
it becomes necessity.
Necessity.
You are my entertainment. You are the reason I get out of
The
bed.
reason I'm with you
Whoa.
is because I need something in
Yeah.
my life.
I'll be up there in a second.
Not,
I'll take a shower.
I have things in my life that
Yeah.
make them better.
Yeah, 100%. Ooh.
Oh, no,
Alright.
don't worry about me.
All right, so yeah, I think we're getting close to the end here because I think we've definitely been on here for a minute. We haven't even gotten to
About 2
Zach's.
hours now.
Yeah, I was gonna say we haven't even gotten to Zach's
All
topics.
right. Next week.
But the last question I'm gonna ask before we call it a day here, boys, is semen retention. How are we feeling about it?
Oh,
Y'all-
fuck that.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all trying to get on that semen retention,
Hell no.
Hell no.
bro?
Bro, that's why war starts.
Bro, you get
That's
stronger.
why war starts.
Bro, you get stronger and
then-
shit.
Yeah, then you go and beat up the guy next door to you.
Bro, like use your superpowers or some motherfucker.
Yeah, your superpower is anger.
Hell no.
I
Let
mean,
me
I
tell
ain't
you
trying to be
why.
a
Let me
Hulk.
tell you why.
Why?
bro.
Why ain't you with the
So-
semen retention, my boy?
I tried it. I tried it for a month straight, bruh.
Okay.
I have not been more pent up and more angry and more aggressive in my entire life
Yeah,
Damn.
than when I was doing that.
I'm telling you, man.
So wait, hold on. Are y'all gonna do No Nut November?
No.
Hell no.
No.
Hold on. Ray makes sense because he's got a bitch. Why aren't you doing it? You think you can't make it a month?
Whoa, we're not gonna call her a
I mean, I
bitch.
probably
Oh,
got
you're
a
right. You're
girl.
right. My fault. My
Yeah,
fault. My fault.
got
My
a woman.
Why
fault.
would I
He's got a
partake
woman.
that
You're
woman?
right.
Yeah.
Why would I?
But you don't got a girl neither. So,
So what? Why would I hurt
Why would I?
myself?
Steve, you
Why
can
would-
do.
why-
You couldn't do it.
I could do it.
You couldn't do it.
I could do it.
No, you couldn't.
I
I've
could.
already
I
done it.
have.
No Nut November?
Yeah.
I've already
When-
done No
no,
Nut
no,
July.
November.
I've done No Nut June.
Cap.
I've
You
done
did
a
not jack off for all of
Oh,
July.
we kind of jacking off.
Yeah, it's no nut, nigga. No nutting.
done
Oh shit.
You got
We're
no
talking
nut
about
when?
like shit coming out your balls, bro.
Cam?
I can't remember the last.
Nah,
month
but
I've-
see,
I've
nah,
done.
that doesn't
Okay.
count because you were entertained. I could go to the fucking moon and never nut. I'd be entertained for a month.
What? I wasn't entertained.
You had reason you couldn't nut. I need you in your natural habitat. No nutting.
That's just not.
Could you do it?
I'm not
Could you
gonna
do
That's
it?
like say
Fuck.
500 calories.
Nah,
500
fuck,
calories.
no,
I'll
fuck
tell
the
you
hell.
what. I'll tell you what. I
500
won't jack off for the whole month of November.
November? No,
I won't
November.
jack off.
No, fucking
No, we're
nut-
talking about no jack off, no sex.
Yeah,
bro.
no sex, no jacking
sexual
off.
release.
Hey, if the bitch is bad enough, I don't
No
know.
sexual release.
I need
That
a
means
whole-
But that's
Anglo,
all about the
end of-
discipline of it.
The
That's
end
why
of
I say
anime,
no.
yeah, the end of anime week in Atlanta is the last time you can nut until the beginning of December.
Hey, that's perfect.
So you
you-
I probably
you-
won't talk to the bitch for that month.
I'm gonna send you every thirst trap
Hey,
imaginable,
Hey, bro.
Nah, why you trying to
This
upset
man
yourself
plotting
for a
on your
month?
downfall.
bro, to see if you can
Hey,
do
all I'm
it.
saying, right, is if she
I don't
bad,
know.
I'm folding.
Why does it even matter?
Bro, to see,
I would tell
do you have
straight
the
up.
mental
Why does it
fortitude?
even matter?
I don't blame you, Breezy. I don't
And
blame
I
you.
would send you the video.
Hey, yo.
Would you go live in the woods for a month?
I
See
mean,
if you could.
come on, are these two even on the same level?
Yes.
Living in the woods
Couldn't
is the
do it
same.
even
Yes.
then. Like even when
This
I was
man
single, I
is-
couldn't do it.
A fiend. What about you, Rek? You couldn't do it? 1 month.
Not even if I was single, I couldn't do
You
it.
couldn't tell Shotty that you need to prove yourself as a man?
Hey, bro, the way
ain't
I prove
proving yourself
myself
as
as
a
a man is
man.
how well I blow that back out.
That's crazy.
Yes, man knows.
Oh man. But you know what is funny? It's us I was watching, I can't remember what I was watching. I was watching something that said that
You always ask me about No November.
bro, cuz we got to do it, man.
This man's always concerned about your nut, Zach. What's going on over here?
Yo,
I don't
hey,
know. Don't ask
hey,
me, ask him.
yo. Hey, yo.
Ken, what's going on over here?
Hey, yo. Anyways, no, but I was watching something that said that a lot of organizations in the alt-right preach semen retention.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
because it gets the men,
Angry.
or especially the young men or the young boys in that follow it, angry and pent up, so that it's easier to kind of indoctrinate them into these
Manipulate
and into these
Makes sense.
into these hateful ideologies.
Oh yeah.
Makes
I
sense.
mean that's a tool that has been used.
Right? Oh yeah, for sure.
Like in Nazism and all sorts of fucking shit.
But yeah, man. Hey,
Which
man,
is
listen.
another reason why. I mean, I didn't need another reason, but that's just another reason to not follow it. Cause like, bruh,
So
you,
don't
you're
turn
not about
into
to
a
tell
Nazi.
me.
I feel that.
You're not about to tell me, oh, I can't nut so I can follow your cultist reasons.
You call this. Hey man, listen, man. I'm just saying they say it gives you superpowers, so you know, it makes you stronger.
Yeah, go ask Hitler Jr. how that's going.
You mean Andrew Tate?
That's so crazy. Andrew Tate definitely doesn't practice semen retention.
I know.
Bro, this
That
man's
man-
got a brothel. This man might as well be Hugh
Yeah.
Hefner.
Yeah, that man was out here wilding.
All 18-year-olds too, which is wild to me. This man's plotting on when Bad Baby turned 18 and was subscribed to them OnlyFans in 30 seconds.
Nah, he don't subscribe to OnlyFans. Let's be honest. Andrew
You
Tate,
right.
Andrew Tate does not subscribe to OnlyFans.
Yeah, he just runs them.
Yeah.
He just runs them.
He just runs them.
He doesn't subscribe to them. He just runs them.
Subscribe.
But yeah, all right. I think that's good. That's a wrap.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I think we definitely covered some good shit today. We're gonna have to. We'll see you guys next time. I guess on Wednesday. I don't.
Next Wednesday.
We can't. Here's the thing. I used to play music at the intro and outro. We can't do that shit no more because we kept getting all of our videos taken down.
So we can do.
Yeah, we can do it a cappella.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I don't think anyone will listen if we do anything a cappella. So I guess we're just gonna have
Did you
these.
find that free use or that free?
That got taken down too. I guess it was too
Oh
close.
no, there's a website of.
Right, there is.
There's a website of
Yeah, a royalty free shit.
royalty free.
I want an anime shit though, but yeah, it might have to be just random.
Just find some fast-paced rock shit, and that'll
Yeah,
work.
really. So for now, we're gonna have these awkward ass endings where we just kind of awkwardly, stare at you in silence until we can figure out the music situation. Because I want the Bleach fucking Bleach number 2 or whatever. That fucking opening is so great, and I want it as my outro, but
Pay a guy to.
I'll let you have it.
On the. Pay a guy to do a riff on it.
oh, there we go. Yeah,
Just learn to play guitar. Yeah.
there we go. So
Do it yourself.
I guess. Oh shit, we haven't been recording. I'm kidding.
This man's
All
funny.
right.
All right, sorry for the
man's
top.
funny.
Sorry for Bryce.
Nah, we're fucking with you. All right, yo, we'll catch you next time. We're gonna see how this audio turned out, and yeah, we're just gonna go from there.
Next week.
On
What
Dragon
makes,
Ball. Oh,
What makes anime good? What makes a good anime? And the state of modern anime is trash.
it's true.
That's
All right,
It's
and
trash.
and once we figure out, we're also gonna start doing weekly reviews on anime.
Oh yeah.
So, but we need to get like a list of anime that everyone has to watch and like
Yep.
keep track of, so that we can talk about them.
I'm down for
We should
that.
talk about Apex too,
Sure, we can talk about Apex and how to charge rifle is the most broken gun.
and how to
What's Kyrie?
how to talk about rotation. And
Nah, the R301 is the most broken.
Whatever.
R301.
It's okay.
It is the
If
third.
you have aim, it's broken.
No, it is. You don't need aim. It has the aim for you. That's
Oh,
what makes
wow.
it broken.
Hey, y'all know what
Anyways.
people sleep on?
Nah, we're not getting into. We'll save it for
The
next
longbow.
week. We appreciate y'all. This has been Boku no Cloutcast. Y'all subscribe to our YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all that good jazz. I might put it up there if I'm not lazy.
Killzone Inc.
I'm probably not gonna put it up there, but we'll fuck with y'all.
Adios.
Bye.